Hello, 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 Miss Angie. How
Hi,
are you?
John. How have you been on this cool fall evening?
I know. Actually, it's kind of pleasant. It's not, it's a little, but it's a little crispy, a little
Oh,
crispy.
yeah, exactly. You can't quite say cold, but
Exactly.
there's a breeze. There's a nice breeze out there. So yeah, I get it. Hi, Sin.
Yeah, I made
Hey,
the mistake of taking Ghost out right before I came live and did not put a little jacket or sweater on. And I was like, Ghost, hurry up, do your business because I'm a little chilly.
pretty nice outside. Before we came on, my sisters and them were texting about what we wanted to have for Thanksgiving dinner. And I'm like, just let me know what's left and I'll bring that. I'm so not in the mood.
Well, we're going to go. We're not going to be here on Thanksgiving. We told our family already. We made sure that everybody understood. It's like, you know what? No Thanksgiving this
Did
year.
they look at you like I looked at you? Like, what?
Well, we weren't. Remember, Michael's in Bali, so
Exactly.
and then Juliana's still in Puerto Rico, and yeah, and then DJ is here with the baby girlfriend and the baby, and then Ava's here. But we talked to them and said, we're going to go to Santa Fe, and they said, no biggie, so everybody seemed to be okay with it, and so we're headed to Santa
Wouldn't
Fe.
mind getting a nice, catered meal or just having a nice dinner, and not having to have all that fuss and all that leftovers and stuff. Because honestly, I don't even think that we eat leftovers that much, and the kids are kind of over it by Friday. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking. Actually, I'm looking forward to. It's been the first time in a long time since I have not made Thanksgiving
Oh,
dinner.
what are you gonna do with all that time? You're not even gonna know what to do.
I don't know. I'll
I don't know
figure
if you're
something out
going
though.
wine tasting or
Probably
something.
so. Probably
But
so. Between art and wine, and then maybe a metaphysical shop here and there along the way. I don't know.
exactly. A lot of stuff to do in Santa Fe. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Letty. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Katrina.
Hey,
How are
everybody,
you all
welcome in.
doing?
Welcome in. Lord have mercy. Well, any exciting things that happened this past weekend?
I worked and then I rested. Like I laid in bed and just rested, like laid down and I don't know if it was the full moon or what, but I was just like, not like, I don't know that I was physically tired, but I just enjoyed the rest. I nestled up under my heated blanket, turned on the TV and then just enjoyed some Christmas movies. And I don't even think I had like wine or anything. I mostly just laid in bed and watched TV and enjoyed it. And that was it. I didn't do much of all.
Yeah, I let's see. On Friday, yeah, my weekend was weird because we usually start a weekend on Fridays all day long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But because of the Puerto Rico trip, we didn't start the weekend until Saturday, and so Saturday and Sunday was very full, but at the same time, not overwhelmed. And so we were busy, but just enough, and I kind of like that. I mean, sometimes it's packed, and there are times where that's fine, but there are times where it's nice not to be packed.
Oh, Katrina says she went on. She just wanted to let us know that she went on a trip and had a great time. Good. I'm so happy that you went. Yeah, that is
Fantastic.
good because I think we've been telling you for a long time to go, and I'm so happy that you went. Is it seen said that during the full moon they have a mental breakdown? I can believe that. I think new moons are harder for me than full moons. Full moons, I'm kind of okay. But new moons, I'm kind of restless and anxious. I think on full moons, I may just like to, again, just relax. I'm releasing stuff, so I just want to lay there and let it all go. Whereas on the new moon, it's stuff starting up, so there's anxiousness and anxiety, and just kind of unnecessary, activity. And I'm just like, I
Mhm.
don't know, but yeah. So it wasn't bad for me. I'm not too particular about anything anymore.
What's interesting, we were talking the other day, and I said something like the age of Aquarius, and it was Bonnie and I were having a conversation, I think it was, and I said I have to do and it says is the age of Aquarius, and she said actually it is, and she was explaining that Pluto takes 249 years or something like that to circumnavigate the sun,
All
right?
of the signs,
Yeah,
or
because
yeah,
it's so far out there, it takes so much longer, and so it is now in Pluto is now in Aquarius, and so it's going to be in there and then pop out a little bit and then back in and be that way for 20 years. And so this is the age of Aquarius. And so Bonnie and I were kidding, and I'm like, I need to do an age of Aquarius reading, and she's like, really, you should, because
I told her, I said, listen, I don't have 20 years to wait for change. Can we like shoot it up with something and make it go a little bit faster? I need these 20 years. I need these people to get their karma right now. Because they're talking about this change and people. I said, listen, y'all been telling me every single full moon, every single new moon, 20 years of karma going to be released. I need to see some people fall down. Like, hey, these people is not getting their karma fast enough. What do we need to do? She was like, you need to slow down. Listen, these people need to know. It's taking too long.
exactly. Sometimes it's like karma. Karma's a slow one, if when it comes to
Exactly.
visit. Sometimes, the
Listen,
glacier
I think
pace.
one bad thought, I got a flat tire. What the hell? Like, come on. These people need some get up. Hello, Shari.
Absolutely.
Bonnie said the
Um,
full moon gave her anxiety and sleepless nights. Listen, because my watch tracks my sleep score. I got a 90, which was excellent last night. So I must have been dead asleep, not dreaming, not nothing, just good night. I don't even remember falling asleep. I was just watching TV, then I was asleep. So obviously I was tired or cold. When I'm cold, I sleep very well. So yeah.
yeah, I do too. I always loved that when I was a kid, and we go to the country, because country was always colder. Even though even in the summer, sometimes it could get chilly at night, and I could sleep so well. And my aunts and my grandmothers would have big old thick quilts on the bed. So even when it's cold out, we'd be under and when you first crawl into the bed,
Them heavy,
cold.
heavy quotes.
Yeah, yep. It's cold until your body heats up with everything. And so I remember jumping into bed going, "Oh, it's so cold," and then quickly the body warms up the quilts. But oh man, the big old thick quilts. You're right.
Aisha, we don't do love readings or tell you about somebody else's feelings. That's Bonnie, and she was on this morning, so you can come back on Sunday at about 11 o'clock, and she'll be back on Calling Our Angels 1111.
And I'm going to post her thing up so you can see it.
Hi, Annette. How are you? Are you new? I don't think I've ever seen your name before. So that's Calling Our Angels, Aisha. You can go and ask her about Zaid, and she'll tell you all about it.
And she likes it. She likes the
She
love reading.
loves it. She loves it like a fat kid like cake.
Hmm. I resemble that remark.
I'm the fat kid that used to like cake. Listen, I went
Absolutely.
to my mom's house and she is like the little snack cake queen because the little kids in the neighborhood will come and knock on the door. Like kids kept knocking on the door and I was like, what is going on? She was like, oh, they're here to get popsicles. So she's either giving out popsicles or she's giving out like little, candy or stuff or whatever. And she has those little bitty Intamin's pound cake.
Oh yeah.
Exactly, Don. Exactly.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
do it.
They're dangerous.
Listen, do not bring up. I can't even buy stuff like since Brandon's gone. I don't even buy stuff like that because who go eat it? Me, 6 of them. That's too many. I can't even
Yeah,
do it.
and it's like
Don't buy
popping
that.
candy because it's like they're so good. They're like
Oh
butter.
my gosh, they're
Ugh.
so moist. They're so good and they're so buttery. Just that's all I'm
A
saying.
little hint of
I don't even
cinnamon,
need nothing
a
else.
little
I
hint of
don't need no
sugar.
toppings, no nothing. Just right out the pack. Boom, boom, boom. No,
Exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
that's one of those cakes that just like it's always been one of my favorites, and it's probably one of the most unhealthy with all that sugar on top. I don't care. It's so damn good.
Even
So
with the
yeah.
syrup. But I am getting a pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving, although I'm the only person that eats it and my son Brandon. I think we're the only two. So I'll probably get one. If I can catch it. I always miss it. So I always try to go the day before at Costco or Sam's Club and they're always completely out. I'm like, I gotta go like the week of. Like, so I probably need to go like
Mhm.
this weekend, but that seems too early. So I don't know. I gotta find that sweet spot, maybe like Tuesday or Tuesday of next week. It's next week, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I need to go Tuesday so I can
Yeah,
get us a good
yeah, I
one.
think
And
it
it's
is. Yeah.
huge, so I don't know what we're gonna do with it.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, I don't. I was someplace. I think it was in Puerto Rico or something, and and they served us this pie, and I was surprised because it was. I'm almost sure it was Puerto Rico, but it was a sweet potato pie, and I never
Somebody just said
tried
sweet
that there.
potato souffle.
Yeah, sweet potato pie. And I tell you what, it was so good. And I even asked, I said, "Is this pumpkin?" And they said, "No." And take another choice. And I thought, well, if they don't do sweet potatoes over there, but they made sweet potato pie, and I'm like, "Oh
I
wow."
told my mom I like pumpkin pie. You almost would have thought I said I don't believe in Jesus. She almost thought I was not her daughter no more. My mama is like you eat. I say I think it's just whatever that spice is. You could put that spice in potato pie. I said, but you don't. That's the thing. You don't. Don't get mad at me. I just never was a sweet potato person. My grandmother made them all the time. I just never liked it, and it's
Yeah.
something about the pumpkin that I do like. I think Brandon had it, or maybe he had it in school, and for some reason I ended up having it here too,
Mhm.
and I just like it. And that I prefer pumpkin to sweet potato.
Mhm.
Everybody, listen, Black people will crucify you if you say that. Those are fighting words right there.
I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Also, folks, by the way, if you're on my side, please check out Miss Angie's side. Click over there on YouTube and give her some love and support. And the one before that one was Miss Bonnie. So if you're looking for a love reading, Miss Bonnie's the one to go on for that one. Otherwise, I can also invite you to pop on over to mine. If you're on Miss Angie's side, you want to pop over to mine and make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, follow all those things. And as we go throughout the evening, I'm going to pop over on this side here also the weekly readings that I prepared for the various zodiac signs for this week, so you can see what I pulled up and what energies are coming for you this week. And they are for this week. So the good part is when you see them, they're for this week. And no, you still have a number of days in front of you. So get her done.
Exactly. Get her done. Get her
I
done.
tell you
I'm
what,
excited and ready.
there were 2 or 3 readings that I did that had an exceptional amount of energy, exceptional amount of energy. And I was like, okay, I'm like, wow. I mean, just the cards flew out, which cards don't fly out for me. I'm not that kind of person. Some people do. I very seldom have flyers. I had 2 different, and both of the readings that had the flying cards, they both had the same card fly out. There was a Queen of Wands. They both had the
Wow.
same card, and that started the reading for both of them. And yet they were not. They were timed. They were like spread apart, so it wasn't like as though they were back to back. They were. But when the second one came out, and I looked, I'm like, you've got to be crapping me. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, what's the energy here?
Jessup says sweet potato casserole is my favorite. I add brown sugar and vanilla vodka. You're my kind of person.
Put a little nutmeg in there too. Little nutmeg is a little hint of nice, 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 nice.
Exactly. Oh,
No,
okay, everybody. Do y'all put questions in here? What is your question today? Oh, Miss Shauna. Oh, it's her. She's taking pre-orders for her
yes, yes,
planner,
yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And as I popped her thing up, apparently she popped in at the same time. That's pretty cool. Do 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 do. I don't know.
Right on top. Right on it. Right on it. Right on it.
I
What are
love
y'all
it.
making for Thanksgiving? Y'all all in the chat. What y'all cooking? Give us y'all menus. Tell us something. What y'all doing?
I know you're awfully quiet out there,
Hey,
folks.
Kim B. Annette, what was your question? I think you asked for a reading, but what was your question? Soul Empath, they're making me hungry. I fried some fish today. I think Wednesday is either Chipotle day for me or fried fish because either of those days, either Tuesday or Wednesday, I have Chipotle or fried fish, and I made fried fish, and I ate the whole load of it myself. I just cooked it this morning. Actually, it wasn't even this morning. It was probably about noon, and I've been eating it all day, and I have like one piece left. I ain't even gonna tell you how many pieces it was, so you won't judge me.
Well, since you stretch it over the entire day, it's okay.
Exactly. It's like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. So I'm okay.
This is the Q card, the QRC code or QR code for Shauna's astrological journal, and this is an amazing journal. It helps you throughout the year. It breaks it down on a monthly basis about the astrological things that are happening, and then it also kind of helps you understand what they are. Then it also gives you a journaling pages to help you on a weekly basis and a monthly basis. It gives you some thought topics, so where it helps you kind of open up a discussion with yourself and to maybe think about things you hadn't thought about, which is kind of nice. And also, again, journal entries, so where you can leave space to maybe make goals for yourself and then to check them out next month and say, okay, did I make my goals and that kind of stuff. So it's a great book, and it's going to be wonderful Christmas gifts, folks, and Christmas gifts
I
are
like
coming.
that. Is that the cover? Because it's nice.
That's the cover, isn't it pretty?
I like that.
Yeah.
Michelle, where are you going out to dinner? Because you said you're going out to dinner for Thanksgiving. Where are you going? I might be there with you. Hey, Miss Wendy, how are you? Scene says my family is Puerto Rican and Dominican, and so we having a bunch of rice and pork, and of course a turkey.
The sin is at Peniel, and are you having some mofongo? Any
Oh, turkey,
tostones?
ham, stuffing, scallop, potatoes, green bean casserole, sweet potato pie, or sweet potato souffle, cranberries. Wait, man, Annette, yeah, man, come over there and have a plate. Look, Annette, I want to buy a plate.
Oh, scalloped potatoes. A scallop what? Scalloped potatoes.
Oh, potato, yes.
Yeah.
Right, because I was like, scallop pie, wait, what?
I know.
I
I'm like,
definitely want to come to you. Is Willie
exactly.
Nelson gonna be there?
He's the headliner. Woohoo!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, jeez.
Y'all having some good food on Thanksgiving. I need to come over. Like, just put me a plate up.
Yes, mofongo. I said mofongo is so intense to make, but I don't like it myself. It's not my flavor, but I make it for the family from time to time. But it takes so much time, and they love it, which is good. You know, and sometimes we put pork in it, or we put crab in it, or something. But mofongo is like so time
I
intensive.
wouldn't even mind a seafood, Thanksgiving. I wouldn't even mind just doing that, like lobster and
Mhm.
shrimp and, like a lobster boil. I wouldn't even mind that for Thanksgiving. I'm just over the heavy traditional stuff. And like, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. I hope my husband can cook because Lord, you're just gonna be hungry.
You need to start visiting some chefs. You know, network. Find yourself a single chef.
Annette, you are so far away. I ain't even gonna be able to make it. Shari is making a pot roast, honey barbecue wings, dressing, mac and cheese, greens, hot water cornbread, and some type of dessert. Y'all doing it up big. I'm
Now, is
just,
it mac and cheese in the oven or is it mac and cheese on the stove? Because
oh,
there's a big
Shari, how you making that mac and cheese? Look, we go. Do we get to take your black card, or you staying, or you get to keep it?
if it's on the stove, I think she lost it because usually it's in the oven.
Now, before we were born, my mom said that my grandmother always made it in the oven, but then she found out how to do it on the stove. And so while
Mhm.
we grew up, she made it on the stove all the time. So we didn't, when we would go to other people's house and they would do it baked, we were like, oh, what's this? And so then my mom started back doing it the baked way. She made it for Brandon and them open house. She made one of those big giant silver pans. It wasn't a scrape, a scratch, nothing left. They killed it. That, and then I did the seafood thing, and they ate that. The seafood thing and the macaroni, they killed it. They loved every bit of it. She said World War III about the mac. She said in the oven, of course. Okay, I was just checking. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it and it's just me here, so that's a very heavy. That's a lot of work for just me. I'm not to
Mhm.
do that.
Now,
I need to find me a single person cooking show that they only cook for one, so she can show me how to make it for one.
do you do multiple cheeses or do you just do the one cheese?
I don't do it at all because it's just
Oh, you
me.
don't do
So
it.
I don't do it at all. I don't know. My mom does it, but I don't do it at all.
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm going to pay attention to how she makes the sauce when she
Yeah.
makes it, but I don't. It's just I don't have
Yeah.
that wherewithal. And
I think
Brandon's
it
not a
makes.
big macaroni person. He's a rice person. He might
Is
be
that
Puerto Rican too.
right? Yeah. Yeah. Because Puerto Rican, it's rice with everything.
He
Rice, rice,
lo-
rice.
it doesn't matter what kind of meat I used to say I was gonna cook, and I used to be like, "What you want to eat? Pork chops, rice, chicken, rice, steak, rice, whatever." He wanted rice. He always wanted rice, and I used to just be like, I would ask anyway just to see, but he always wanted rice.
I even used to make Michael this rice with the ground beef. It's called it's a Puerto Rican name for it. The ground picadillo, and so you put that on the ground on the rice. For when Michael was working out and pumping iron, he loved having that, and he would just eat tons of it. And then he stopped eating rice eventually, and stopped eating most anything but meat because he went through another, he went through cycles as a kid. It was like this and then this. So when he was talking to me from Bali a few weeks ago, and we were chatting. And he said, "Dad, these people eat rice with everything." And I said, "What did you expect? It's an Asian country. Of course, rice is gonna. They don't have the facility, the agriculture to do the potatoes. Rice is the thing." And he's like, "Yeah, but every meal." And I just laughed to myself because again, he used to have rice with every meal, but he got out of it, and now it's like it was shock to him, and I had to laugh. Oh my gosh! It's like, yeah, every meal.
Well, that could be Brandon.
Yep. So we've got a general final because somebody in it. She's gonna do a general.
Okay, Annette, let's see what we got for you.
While Angie starts tapping in, I'm going to start posting the QR codes for the readings for the week based on your zodiac sign. So when you have a chance, lock them in and then check them out after we're done. After.
So I'm getting that. Okay. So the scene that they show me is it's nighttime, and you have like you're on the water, so it's really dark, and there's sun shining. There's the moonlight shining down on the light. So what I heard was your dark times are over. So if you've been going through a rough patch, you've been going through some. I heard financial because I hear coins dropping or coins disappearing. Like you felt like all your money was going down the drain, or you weren't seeing the fruits of your labor or whatever. They're saying like those times are over. The sun is shining, the moonlight is shining on it, and the water is calmer. So things are going to get better for you financially. But also, is there an emotional situation that you're going through with a family member or a romantic partner? Because that's what the water is, but it's smoothing out. So either you walked away from it because they're showing me the 8 of Cups, or you're thinking about walking away from it, but it's an emotional situation, but also your financial situation is going to get better. They're saying your 2025 will be a lot better because they're like showing me you have an umbrella. And so they're showing me all the different ways you can use the umbrella. If you hold the handle of the umbrella and let the wind catch it, it'll take you over any strife or over any situations. But if you're in a situation where you need to sit down and rest, you can sit down in it and it'll carry you over. Each time this umbrella is carrying you over. So you have a security blanket that is coming for you in 2025. So whatever your 2024 was like, your 2025 is going to be a lot better. They're saying just kind of mellow out through the rest of 2024 and prepare for 2025. But they're saying you need to look like they're showing me starry eyed. You need to have some goals set. So before this month is over, you need to set your goals for 2025. Don't wait until New Year's Eve or the last week of December. Set your goals now so you're already in that mindset to start working on the things you want. Oh, I want a house. And don't think of how. That's the problem that's been getting you all messed up, is that you've been thinking about how. The how isn't your issue. You set the goal. I want a new house. I want a new car. I want a new job. I want to save this amount of money. I want, new shoes, new clothes, new whatever it is that you want. You tell them what it is you want, and they will, and it'll happen for you. Like one of the things that Don has told me, and it made so much sense to me. You have spirit guides. You have a higher power. Tell them what you want. Don't go out and try to find it. Go and tell them what you want. I need somebody, like I want to get my house repaired. Oh, go out and help me find a contractor or somebody who can help me get my house repaired. And so then your guides or your spirit team or whoever your higher power is goes out and brings that information to you. You're not looking for it. So tell your higher power what you want so they'll give it to you. They're also showing me a bracelet or jewelry. What's with the gold bracelet or jewelry? Why is that significant? What is the gold bracelet or the jewelry that they're showing you? You said you wish. Yes, I got it. You got a ticket yesterday. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. So you got a ticket. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. But yeah, you're feeling like your money is just kind of being washed down the drain, and they're saying things are going to smooth out. It's going to get better for you. Did you just have something happen with your tire also? They're showing me like a tire or like a flat tire. Did you have something? There's a silver bracelet. Okay. So what's with the silver bracelet? They're showing me a bracelet. I thought it was gold, but you're saying silver. What's with the bracelet? They're showing it to me. Is that what you want? or is there something significant about the bracelet? Why are they showing me the bracelet? But they're also showing me a tire. Like, did you have an? Sorry, can you hear me? Because it showed me that I was disconnected.
No, we
But
hear
there's
you.
okay, you hear me?
Huh?
Your nephew gave you a bracelet. Okay, they're showing me the silver bracelet. And then they're also showing me like a flat tire. Did you just have something wrong with your tire or with your wheel? Did you just have that happen? Or if not, be mindful. Like get your tires checked and make sure everything's okay. Because they're showing me one wheel and it looks like it might be the front driver's side wheel that may be it's worth $350. Okay, so they're showing me the bracelet. That is this something that you're cherishing or that you're kind of wearing it with pride. You really like the bracelet. That's how they're showing it to me. But they're also showing me all you just had all four tires replaced. Okay. Oh my gosh, they're showing me your tires. Okay, so you're good on the tires. And so that's where is that where all your money is going? Like you got the tickets, you got the this, you got the that. That's where all your money is going. And they're saying those things will smooth out, don't rework. Are you retired? Is that what they're showing? You're not working? Because they're saying retirement is going to be nice. It's going to be nice. And they just kind of show me you enjoying it and not having to worry about hitting the clock. So are you retired? But things are going to get better. They were so bald. Okay, so they're showing me the tire. Good thing that you got them done so you won't have the accident. So that's good. I don't see any other issues maybe with your car. They're telling me like, are you worried about the car, whether you need a good car? Okay, you're on disability cost. So yeah, they're showing me your retirement will be good. Um, is there some community group or someplace you go to? I don't know if it's church or not, and I don't want to necessarily say church, but it seems to be a place that you go and you gather and like there's a whole bunch of people there. So it's either church or a community center or something, someplace that you're going and there's a lot of people there. And is there a gentleman there that you're interested in or that you're talking to a little bit, like brother such and such or Mr. Perry down the hall? There seems to be a gentleman that maybe you'll spend more time with. I don't know if it'll be romantic, but it does seem to be somebody that you'll spend a little bit more time talking to. And they showed me you two kind of like an old couple who kind of argue a little bit, get mad at each other, don't talk for a couple of days, and then you're back okay. You're just kind of having a good conversation. I don't know that it'll be romantic. But is there some place that you go and visit, or are they telling me you need to get out and go visit? Rainforest cars are free for everyone. Oh, okay. But they're showing me someplace. It's a gathering place where, like, is that where you're going to meet to be around a whole bunch of people? Because it's a small gathering of people, and you kind of meet somebody, and you kind of click, and you kind of every week or every so often that you're there, you talk to this person, and then you kind of exchange numbers, and or you kind of I don't know meet up outside of that. But you just met someone there today. See? Oh my gosh, everything is going to be looking up for you. Was it a gentleman? Because whoever this is, you're going to get to know him very well. And I think it's going to be more friendly and then and I don't know that it'll turn into any romantic. They're just showing me that this will be a companion and it'll be a good person that you'll like, Mr. Such and such down the street, or maybe you'll have coffee or drinks or dinner or something. You'll get to know each other very well, but I don't know how it'll kind of move on. But he seems to be a very nice gentleman that you'll be dealing with. So that's what I got for you, and I look forward to your 2025 update to let me know how it's going. But again, just kind of coast through the winter. And are you thinking about getting a little bitty Christmas tree? Because they're showing me like you don't want to do it big for Christmas, but you do want some kind of little something, some kind of little decoration to make you feel like it's Christmas season. So they're just showing like maybe you can just get a little desktop Christmas tree, put a little bit of ornaments on it, call it a day, and don't have to go over the top, and it won't cost you a lot. Or maybe somebody will donate to you. Exactly, Miss Annette. That's what I need, an end of life companion too. Yeah. So that's it. That's what I got for her now. Miss Annette, I like you. Wait, was you the one cooking all that food in Alabama? No, that wasn't you. Who was that cooking all that food in Alabama? We can't hear you.
Annette is in Alabama, isn't she?
Is she the one that's in Alabama?
She's in Alabama. I think she's in Alabama.
Oh, she says she makes. Oh, that is her. Yeah. She says,
Mhm.
no, but I make pine cones into Christmas trees for veterans. Okay. So that's a Christmas thing. I thought, oh, okay. Oh, so you're spreading the Christmas tree. Oh my gosh, Miss Annette, you're so open. Like your energy is so easy to read.
Nice.
I think Miss Annette was like a party girl when she was young because they showed me Miss Annette know how to get it in, just she was no joke.
Annette, are you having something with your knee? I'm getting something like the knee, or I don't think it's a hip. I think it's further down, so it's like a knee. Are you having knee issues? Because I'm showing a shot. I'm showing a knees, and a shot. Are you having like joint issue maybe, or again, is there something going on with your knee? And if it is, have you gone to, yes, my knee, have you gone to an orthopedic specialist? Because I'm seeing that they can give you I'm seeing them giving you a shot in the knee, which will it helps to deal with it gets the pain away. Um,
She
I
gets
get,
shots in it. She does. Listen, isn't she so easy to read?
yeah, yeah, you're very open and wonderful. Thank goodness. Yeah. How wonderful is that? And it works well, doesn't it? It's amazing. It's crazy. Because I mean, I do see the relief. I get the feeling, I can see the relief from the shot goes in, and the color changes from the image I'm getting. And that meant again that they are working for you, but like every 6 months, every 4 or 6 months or something. But yeah. So I got that, which is nice. So you have that under control. That's good. And again, stay with that. Um, have you been feeling kind of deserted recently though too? Because I'm getting a feeling like you're not feeling sorry for yourself, but I feel that I'm getting this kind of feeling like you're maybe you feel underutilized, or you feel like put out to pasture. It's like you're, and I hate to put it that way, but it's kind of like, you were productive for a period of time in what society considers productive, and then all of a sudden, you're not doing what you used to do. And so, from society's point of view, you're not being productive, but at the same time, we buy into it ourselves. We kind of feed into that, and we bring that. And I'm feeling like you're feeling a bit like that. And I think that's where the Angie's thing comes in too, because I think that's where Angie's message comes in, is that by getting out there and being involved with people and being involved with things that you can, it'll give you not only a social opportunity, because again, it's a social thing, but you feel like you're being productive again. You're able to give something back. You're able to put forth something. And so when you have those opportunities to work in the closet, the clothes closet, or whatever, the closet thing that you give clothes away with, or whatever it is, when you take those opportunities and do that, because the reality is it's partially to your benefit, and you're going to see a lot of benefit from it, as much as their benefit, which is kind of nice. So that's a wonderful thing. Also, I think you have some skills. You bring some skills to that group that they don't already have, but I don't think you even understand some of the benefit of the skill set that you have, because for you it just seems natural. So you don't even think it is something special, and yet other people would be amazed by it. So don't be surprised if, while you're working with that group and while you're doing things, people are in awe of you and thinking, wow, how did you figure that out? Or how did you, I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's like the way in which you put things together, the way in which you combine things, or the way that you can display things. I don't know. It's like something about the artistic part of it.
Done. I'm like,
I'm sorry.
she built her own she shed out in the back, so she's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
talented.
Well, there you go. So yeah, I can see then. Yeah, and that's probably a task. I mean, and you probably don't. Again, you don't see that as something special, but when other people see it, for them it's special, because they're like, I can't do that. So if anything, the good, again, it's like it's both sides are winning. You're giving a benefit to them that they needed, and then they're giving the benefit to you, in the sense that it's making you feel, again, something like you're being useful and productive, and then also the social aspect of it. So keep going with that. That's a really good thing. That's a really good thing. That's about all I get. That's about all I'm picking up for you at this moment. But you're right, Angie. The wall was down, and the energy was flowing, and she was like, "Go ahead, read me," and I love it. I do see though, after
She
the
seems
after the
nice.
holiday. I'm sorry.
She's so pleasant too. Her energy, she just seems nice.
Yeah, after the holidays are over, I'm looking at February time frame. there's some really good news coming into you. And I don't know if you're expecting a windfall of some kind, or you're like February, March. I don't know if you're expecting a windfall or it's financial. I'm getting financial. And so I don't know if it's if there's a suit out there that you're involved in, it's going to settle, or you're getting a windfall from something else that you didn't remember you had, or a sale of something, and now the money is yours. Or unfortunately, somebody maybe passed and is going to leave you money, or has left you and it's going to clear up. But February, March of next year, you're going to have a little bit of extra cash that flows in that you didn't expect. It will not impact it will not impact any award that you get now from disability or anything else like that. It won't affect that, so you're going to be fine. But it will be a nice little little bit of money that kind of takes the edge off, I guess you
I
would
got
say.
a deceased loved one or something from somebody who's not still on earth. Like I got it was kind of something that was coming from not on earth too. So that's kind of how I felt it.
Yeah, super. Well, yeah, that's fantastic. I love it. This
Yeah,
is
my
good
brother's
news.
70 years old. Well, we're not trying to
No,
predict
we're
your
not
brother's
pushing him to the grave.
demise. I'm just saying maybe it'll come some other kind of
Yeah,
way. There's
yeah.
money coming. That's all we want to
Tell him
say.
to avoid the banana peels. Avoid banana peels. I'm telling you. So, Lord have mercy. Thank you so much for letting us read for you and sharing your energy. Again, it doesn't always happen that
He
way.
said he has a girlfriend that's
Well, I guess she's going to do him in. Lord have mercy. She'll wear him out.
39.
He better take his heart medicine. That's all I can say. Lord have mercy.
Hi, Sinead from the UK. Nice to see you in the chat. Hey,
Lord have mercy.
Tammy. Hey, Michelle, we got your question.
Oh, gave me a whole
Hey, Jenna
visual.
Lee. Oh my gosh, there's so many people in here. Jenna Lee, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee. I kept hearing Mr. Lee, Jenna. Who's Jenna? I don't know. I kept hearing Mr. Lee. I wonder if it has to do with her.
Is that Jenna Lee? Is that Jenna Lee Foley?
I don't know. It just says Jenna Lee here from Facebook, but probably. But I kept hearing Mr. Lee, and I didn't know if it was for Annette or not while you were talking. I kept saying, "Who's Mr. Lee? What does Mr. Lee have to do with it?" It's a male, older gentleman. Maybe smoked a pipe, sits in a rocking chair. Annette.
Oh, it is. It's Jenna Foley. Yeah.
Okay. Would you know a older gentleman, rocking chair, white hair, maybe smoked a pipe? The kind of rocking chairs that you would kind of see out at Cracker Barrel if you were out there. You know how they have those nice rocking chairs out there? That's the kind of rocking chair that showed me. Maybe a guy who smoked a pipe sometime or something like that.
And that was for Jenna Lee?
It's just a Mr. Lee, so whoever Mr. Lee
Okay.
would be, or whoever would identify with this person. When I saw her last name, that's who I thought maybe it was her.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an older gentleman, white guy, white hair, beard, smoked a pipe, rocking chair. He's outside. He enjoyed being outside. Kind of fussy, but kind of he liked the kids, but he kind of fussed at them, and they liked that he fussed at them.
What is this? Sincad? I can't. Let me.
Sinead Langford.
Sinead? Oh, Sinead. She has a Keel Lee who
They
passed.
keep saying Mr. Lee, and it's Lee.
Oh, Lee. Okay.
So I don't know. That's how they're showing it to me, as Mr. Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Is Kyle Kiel? Does that describe who I'm talking about, Sinead?
Did you say he had a beard?
Older guy. Fun. Like he was a nice family man, funny. In his older age, he was kind of gruff, kind of like still funny, but a little bit more cantankerous or angry, not necessarily angry, but just kind of don't irritate me. You know what I'm saying? Right. Don't irritate me. Don't get on my nerves. Why is all these kids running around? Sit down.
Grumpy
like it's
old
just
man.
too much going on. Yeah.
Grumpy old
but
man.
Still fun.
Yeah. Yeah. In the country, used to call it ornery. they can be
Right.
honored. They mean well, but they just kind of be, kind of a little gruff.
Okay, well, nobody's claiming them, so maybe it's not. Maybe they're not here yet, or maybe they don't know who this is. But that's the guy that I was getting the energy from. Okay, so I just described him. Is what I described, Sinead, is that him? What I described? There would be little grandkids running around. He probably had a daughter that would probably be in her 40s or 50s. So he's probably in his 70s. This person is that's they're showing him. So his daughter would be in her 40s or 50s right about now. Um, and he was married. This person was married because they're showing a wife, and she may have passed before him. And she keeps calling him Lee. Lee, leave those kids alone. Leave this, leave that. She keeps calling him Lee. So
And
I don't know
he's
if Lee was his first name or his last name because they just said Mr. Lee to me. But Mr. Lee can be, like a respectful first name. Oh, okay, this person is much older. Okay, well, nobody knows who it is. So we can just take another person, my ex-father-in-law.
and was that
She said he wasn't white, but he had white hair. Was he lighter in color then? No, these people, I don't know. I don't know. Well, he wasn't that old, Sinead, so it's not him. And I don't want it to try to make it, but this person is clearly older. The wife seems like they passed before him, and he would have had a daughter that was probably 40 or 50 years old and little grandkids rolling around. Um, he is passed on. I did hear he is passed on within the last maybe 5 years or so. Had a knee replacement, maybe. I think he had a knee replacement. He's saying I'm fine. Whoever this is for, he's fine.
Michelle? Did he sit in a rocker? If that was him to be, so he's on this side and he's on the other side, and the wife is on
He's
this
on the
side.
other side, and he's just saying that he's fine. And it appears that he died either 5 years ago or within the last 5 years.
Okay. And Michelle, was he fussy with kids?
And are you the daughter that would have been that age, 40 or 50? And did your mom pass before him? Because his wife passed before him.
What would have been her father-in-law? So
Oh,
Michelle, did he have a?
ex-father-in-law. Oh, okay.
It
It
was
was
like
her.
a recliner. It said.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can
What
move
Angie,
on.
what you're talking about was like a wooden rocker, right?
A wooden rocker chair because they
Oh,
showed me they were clear that it was a rocker because they showed me Cracker Barrel and all the chairs in the rock
yeah.
along that row.
Hmm.
Your daughter-in-law. Okay, then it's not him. We can just go and pick somebody else to read then. Whoever it is, they're not here then.
Okay. If you want a reading, folks, let us know. Tell us general or specific. Don't say specific. Give us a question, or just say general. Okay.
I think Michelle asked for a general also. Michelle
Okay.
Prater, a while ago, she asked for a general.
Well, let's do Michelle. There you go. That worked out. Let me find her question. Oh, there it is. Right.
Michelle, you're rushing to do something because they keep saying one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. What are you rushing to get to? Is there a ceremony or some kind of graduation or something that you're trying to get to? Because I keep hearing take it one day at a time. And then I hear the one day at a time theme song. So there's something you're trying to rush and get to the end of it. And they're saying take it one day at a time. You're moving too fast. You're moving way too fast. And then there's, hey, Miss Shauna, we were talking about you earlier. And then I got the Ace of Pentacles for you. So there is a new start coming for you. So whatever it is you're quickly trying to end, they're saying slow down. Your new start isn't just quite ready for you to happen yet. Oh, you said you feel rushed with work. Oh, okay. So that's what the rush feeling is. They're like, slow it down. Because I'm like, why are you so rushed? They're saying one day at a time, take it one day at a time. Oh, you're overwhelmed. So you're blowing your top. That's how they're showing me your head is blowing your top because you're doing too much. And they're showing me to compartmentalize. You can only do one thing at a time. You can do this project, you can do this project or this task. You can't do it all at a time. and they're saying just kind of prioritize what needs to be done. If they're giving you 5 different things, well, what needs to be done first? What is the deadline for this and what is the deadline for that? And then you work them in their order. You're overwhelmed, but you are going to get a new start in something that has to do with business, because this is the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a new start coming for you, a new opportunity. Are you trying? Wait, job loss. I heard after a job loss. Is your job thinking about downsizing, or are you thinking about leaving your job? Is there fear of leaving your job? Because I heard after job loss. So are you fearing that they're going to let you go, or that whatever it is, it's quickly, like immediately after you get something new, is how they're showing it to me. Just wait, who are we reading? We're reading Michelle. I'm like, wait, what? Okay. So anyway, they're showing me that there's a new opportunity coming after a loss. So you lose something and then there's a new opportunity coming. So I feel like a new job is coming for you. That's a new opportunity that's coming for you. And they're saying it'll be more than what you were making, more than what you thought it would be. I don't feel like it's going to be with the same company. It does feel like a new company. And they're saying go green. It's something about green, like maybe this person is into energy efficiency or something. Go green. Why are they saying go green? Environmental or something like that that's going on with you. Okay. So yeah. Oh, maybe that's it. Cause it's go green. Maybe it's kind of like um more environmentally safe or something like that. But whatever it is, you're going to have a new opportunity. You're going to move into something that is less stressful, that is a new opportunity for you, more money, and closer to school. Who's in school? Why do you need to be closer to school? Are you thinking about going back to school, or is somebody in school? I heard closer to school. So who's in school? And your job will be closer to school. Um, Are you going to a Christmas party or a holiday party? Because they show me you in a red dress, kind of twirling around and having a good old time. So is there a Christmas party or something that you've been invited to that you're maybe not thinking about going to, or that you are excited about going to? Because they show me you twirling around in a little red dress and having a good old time, having drinks and just partying. So are you thinking about going to a Christmas party, or have you been invited to some Christmas activities? And if you're in Phoenix, can I go? Can I be your plus one? I have so many dresses and shoes ready to go for a night on the town. I will be your plus one. Just let me know when and where. But I do feel like a celebration is coming, and you need this celebration. You kind of like need to just kind of let your hair down and just kind of blow off some steam and just not be so focused on work. And they're saying when you go to this, don't think about anything about it. So it may be a work thing that you're having this party at, or that you're attending, but you're not discussing work. You're having a good time, and you're like, and is the person that's giving you the crap at work a male? It's a male, because I hear him kind of in your ear. Just, did you get this done? Did you get that done? Did you? There is a guy that is in your ear, that is just kind of riding you about getting this stuff done. But is the issue with it not getting done because he didn't do his part? Like, because I keep hearing your lack of planning isn't my emergency. So maybe he didn't do something that he was supposed to do, and you're the person who's catching the brunt of it, because now he's trying to get you to force it through, and he's kind of making it seem like, oh well, she didn't get it done, but you know that it wasn't your problem to begin with, and you're kind of tired of it because you kind of come in and kind of save the day for him quite often, is how it is. And that's why you're going to move on, and he's going to miss you when you're gone, but by then you're going to be on off to something different, and you're not going to want to do it anymore, because they're showing me the Wheel of Fortune, and so you're going to move on, like Wheel of Fortune, and then the World. So you're going to try, but not, no, this isn't travel. This is you transitioning into something better, success and achievement, where you're feel appreciated. You don't feel appreciated at work. You feel like he just is kind of, it's never good enough. It's never good enough. And you're like, you know what? I need to go somewhere where I'm appreciated, and where, you know, I don't always feel like I'm the problem. So that's what I got for Miss Michelle. Done.
Super. Michelle, I was I picked up on one energy, but I don't know if it's your energy. don't know. Who's the who's who has the child with needs, with special needs? Is do you have a child with special needs, or do you, or the person you're confrontational with, or the person at work that's problematic? There's I'm seeing this child with special needs for some reason. Um, and are they on the autism spectrum or something? Is it one of those situations? And I'm getting also like a budget buster. So like their needs really pinch the budget, really impact the budget. And oh, your cousin passed. Okay. Huh. I don't think I'm picking up this isn't a mediumship hit. So I don't think so. If anything, it could be a psychic hit about him in reference to something. Um, did you, okay, when he was alive, was there something that you, because there's some connection to opportunity or job, and then him and a memory of him. So when he was alive, did he have special services, or have you thought about special services, or have you thought about moving in that field? Or is there something about, again, his needs and his specific situation that have a direct economic contribution to you, and in reference to maybe looking for another opportunity? And I'm trying to make that connection because I'm not getting that clear connection why they're giving me the two things. But it seems like that's the connection. So again, are you looking at maybe changing career fields, and would it be something that maybe personal care or in-home health care, or something like that, or counseling, or even tutoring? Maybe there's, again, I'm just, I have thought about working with special needs children. Okay, yeah, because I'm feeling that would be, again, I'm being drawn to the change. I'm being drawn to him and what he brought into your life, and the change that you need to do is something that's going to inspire you, something that's going to drive you to show up every day, to be available, to make yourself available to it. Because I think sometimes right now you're unavailable, even though you're at work. You're just like, I'm here, I'm going through the motions, and you're not really committed to what you're doing. And I think it's time for you to, again, I'm getting the feeling like you need to do something that you feel that you're making a difference, that you're bringing some, you're doing something that contributes. And I just feel like you're not doing that right now. You don't feel what you're doing has that same impact. And so don't be surprised if, and if some lane opens up for you all of a sudden that gives you an opportunity in that area. Um, and oh, exactly, Angie. Yeah, yeah. So don't be surprised if that's what this is taking me to, because again, um, he was brought, his that part of your energy field was brought to me for a reason, and I think that's what it is. So if you look into those areas, I think you'll be very surprised. But I do feel you're well adapted for it. I believe you have a patience, you have a calming patience about you. I feel real good energy that would work well in that community. I think that we need more people who have that. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting. Anything else, Angie?
No, nothing else for her.
Okay.
There will be a job change, and that does seem to be drastic. Like from
Yeah.
whatever she's in now to that seems to be less stressful and more enjoyable. They do show that she'll enjoy whatever her new thing is a lot more.
Yeah, because again, right now I just feel that she's going through the motions. Like it's like, okay, just another day, checking off a box, and think about it, when you spend 8 to 10 hours of your day checking off a box instead of doing something inspirational, over time that really wears. It really does.
Wait, did you tell me about the party, Michelle? Is there a party? You didn't tell me about the party. If you haven't been invited yet, then you should definitely go. And then Miss Kayla, that's in the chat, Kayla Stephanie. Are you a younger person? Maybe under 30? Did you just meet a guy and his name starts with a J? or I'm either hearing Juan or I'm hearing Y, but I do get a J name. Did you just meet somebody, Kayla? And the guy is standing behind you, and they show me him as a Seven of Swords, which he is not. Is trickster energy. He's not he's not authentic, and they keep showing his head as like a cobra head, and he's just not a good guy. So did you just meet somebody, Kayla?
Or is that your the father of your child? Because you're not together with him anymore, right? Is that
Exactly.
is that that energy from him by chance? Because
It could
I'm
be,
picking up
but
you're a
there's a
single parent.
guy, and he's
Yeah.
behind you, but he's not who he says he is. He keeps changing, but not in a good way. And he's a Seven of Swords, which means that he's deceptive. He's not truthful. He's not who he says he is. And again, his head keeps turning into like a cobra, like this. Just that's what I keep seeing. And he's just not a good guy for you. And I don't even do love readings, but as soon as I read your name, that's what I saw. Okay, so 35. And but you look fairly young. So you do have a guy that you just met, or is it the father of the kid? Either way, he's not a good guy is what they're showing it to me. And again, I don't do love readings, but they keep showing his head as a snake head and him as a Seven of Swords, so he's not a good energy for you. He's deceptive and he's not truthful. And you kind of you're smiling and thinking that, oh, okay, he's got my back, but he doesn't have your back.
And you are a single
He's
you are a
behind
single
you, but
mom,
he's
or
not a good
you're
guy. That's how
again
they're
you're
showing it
not
to me.
with the father of your child, right? Because again, I get the one child and you're not with the father of the child.
Jason, because I kept getting a J. I said it's either J, and I kept hearing Juan, so I said they're either saying
Right.
Juan or Y. So it was the J, but it was Y. Y. And is he asking what? Yes. Is he saying, okay, is he trying to get back with you? Whoever it is, it's a no. Don't do it.
Are you having problems getting child support from him too? Because I'm picking up there is some energy
Oh,
around
maybe
that.
that's why he's being deceptive, so you won't file child support against it. Whatever it is, he's not in your best interest. He's
No,
being
he's
very
not. He's
deceptive
not. His
behind your
energy
back.
is definitely not aligned with hers at all. At all. He has a very dark side to him.
The ex
Oh,
died.
the ex died.
So this is the new guy that you met then. That's what the yes was for, is that you met the new guy, Jason. Is that who it is? Okay. He's
But
not good.
was your but was your ex but your ex was not with you when he died. You guys were not together. Because again, I'm picking up that you were not together, that you were raising your child, and there was confrontation about money and other things. Or is this somebody else? And maybe can you confirm that?
Single mom.
Well, I know you're a single mom now, but you said your ex died. But was he ex because he's gone, or was he ex because he was out of the picture before he died? Because I'm getting he was out of the picture before he died, and he was, and I see you frustrated. I saw tight money. I saw pinching pennies. I saw energy around the fact that he was not doing his share, and you would sometimes be so frustrated because your child needed food, your child needed nourishment, and he wouldn't even come through. And you put up with a lot of shit. I mean, you he put you through the ringer is what I'm getting, and um, oh,
And
yeah,
I keep hearing same script, different cast, like you're picking the same person over and over again.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, be careful about that because sometimes we are programmed and we need to break ourselves from that.
Who's trying to take you for he was or he is? Your ex Jason. Okay.
I thought you said he was dead. So you're talking in the past. In the past, he did this. Because so he was trying to take me for child support, my ex Jason, and now but
Or
he's
do you have multiple kids and this is two different men? One of them is dead and Jason is the one that you're trying to. Is that it? Is it two exes?
all my exes live in Texas. I have another ex who died December 2023. Okay. Damn, you got him spread around there, young lady. Lord have mercy. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
and you just keep saying yes. We don't know what the yes is to. We asked 5 questions, and you okay. So the ex is dead. So
So Jason, the ex, is still alive. The
and
other
he's the
ex
father of the
is
kid.
deceased. And Jason's the one who's trying to get child support. Are we correct? And when you say yes, yes, Jason is the father who's still alive, or something like that. So we know that the yes means what?
Yes.
Because we asked 10 billion questions. We're guilty. We create the problem.
Oh, Jason is the oldest dad. Okay, and then the other ex is the one that's dead. Whew.
Okay. So who's the new one? Or is it Jason trying to get back? Hold on, are you saying, Angie, Jason's trying to
Whoever this person is, she's familiar with them. So I don't know if it's a new guy or what, but she keeps picking the same guy over and over. And they're saying whoever this person is with the J name is not good for you. So don't give him a chance. And whatever he's saying to you is not true. Like um he's not being authentic. He's being deceitful in what he's saying. The J name. So
Interesting.
are you thinking about getting back with Jason? Is that what the problem is? Hey, Jack Mac. Is that what were you thinking about getting back with him? Because they're making it clear not to get back with him and not to trust him. He does not have your back.
My Mark, my youngest kid's dad, is passed. Okay. 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 Well, Kayla, I think the message is kind of just again a reminder that be careful, and don't fall back. Don't fall back. Keep moving forward. Okay. I think that's kind of the message to make there.
Don't trust this person because as soon as your name came up, that's what I got. This person behind your back, the J name, he's deceitful and he's just not good for you. And um are you trying to relocate like out of the city that you're in or leave where you are? It would be a good idea for you to go. Is your mom still alive? Are you trying to get to your mom or something? Where's your mom? Because your mom is coming up and you're trying to get to her. Like I see you being drawn to her. And if she's not alive, then she's trying to draw you into her because I see you being drawn to her. So why am I seeing you being drawn to her? Hey, Cynthia. If you're thinking about relocating, go ahead and relocate. That is a good idea. Look into it. 2025 would be a fresh start. I see a little house for you with a little porch in a nice like green area. Like so I'm thinking your southeast area because they're showing me lush green grass. They're showing me a porch, like a white wooden porch for you, and it seems to be a newer build house. So if you're thinking about moving, that would be a good idea. Okay, so you answered none of the questions that I just asked, but okay. And I'm not getting anything from Mark at all.
Me neither. I've gotten no
And that
calls.
he's the one who's sending the information about the J guy that's not good. It is clear that this person with the J name is not good and do not believe him. Okay, so our we're talking to Kayla. Her name is up on the screen, Jack Mac. That's who we're talking to, Kayla. No, that's my nan. She's like my mother. So are you trying to move closer to her? I see you being drawn to her, and it's a good idea for you to go there. She'll be a good support for you. And she'll be a positive change for you to get away from where you are. Do you have it do you live in a small town? Because like there seems to be a reputation, and not necessarily a bad reputation, but just like, a reputation in the town. And it's not saying that it's a bad reputation, just like in my town, you know, how you have a good girl image and then they see you at the store buying cigarettes at town and nobody can see you outside of that. So you need to just go ahead and move on, move out of that town and move to wherever this mother figure is for you. So that's what I got for you, Miss Kayla. That would be a good idea for you.
While we have a minute, I want to point out this meditation. Kayla, you were asking about somebody on the other side and whether they had a message for you. Mediums are great at that, doing that should the spirit want to come through. That's not the case tonight, unfortunately, for you and with this person. But what I would suggest to you and everybody else, if you want to try to connect to somebody who you know from this side who's now crossed over, or any loved one in the past that's passed in your life, this meditation is great for that. It's a guided meditation. I'm the one who created it, and it's my voice when you hear it. And it takes you through a situation where you, first of all, you get your chakras lined up. You line up your chakras, and then you enter a space relaxed, fully aware, and fully alert. And it gives you an opportunity to try to meet your loved ones. You should give this a try if you're looking to connect and you don't know a medium, or you haven't had the opportunity to spend time with a medium or can't afford one or those kind of things. Then this is a great alternative. Now, this one, you may have to do it 2 or 3 times before you finally can do all the visualizations properly and get them right. So if it goes off the first time and you don't get the success that you want, don't frustrate yourself. Don't surrender. Come back and do it again in a day or two, and do it 3 or 4 times, and don't be surprised if eventually you're sitting there at the end of the video, or at the end of the meditation, and you're actually speaking to your loved ones. Okay, because that's what this does for you. It's a process that helps you. It's a guided meditation, so it walks you through. So you may want to take a look at this. You may want to mark it. You may want to bookmark it in history in your phone, or wherever you use. And it's on YouTube. It's under my YouTube channel. And this is I've heard a lot of good compliments about this video, and people who've had success connecting to loved ones and come back and like, oh my God, I haven't, or I did. And we have one friend who actually is a medium herself, and I did a live version of this for when she was part of a group, and she said that she'd done readings for so many people for 20 some years, and she had never had a chance to meet her dad from the other side and talk to him from the other side. And when she did this, when she attended the meditation, which I did live, which is the same one, she actually did that day talk to him. And then he brought all the family members in. So she was able to talk to a lot of folks. So again, if you're looking to talk to somebody on the other side, this is one good way to do it. And it's totally free. You just pop it up. It's about a half hour. Each time you play, it's a half hour. Okay. Who is next, Miss Angie? Can't hear you.
Ward, who is
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Ward Vander, please,
Us.
plus. Okay. Who is Mary, or are you thinking about marrying someone? Because I heard Mary. As soon as I read your name, I got Mary. So are you thinking about marrying, or is somebody pressuring you to marry them, or is there a lady named Mary that you know? I got the Nine of Swords, so you're really, really worried about something. It's keeping you up at night. And then I got stand your ground. So is it stand your ground to tell this person no, you don't want to marry them, like you're being pressured in a relationship that you don't want to move forward, or that's moving a little bit too fast for you? Who is married? And now I keep hearing marry me. So is there someone, there must be somebody who wants to marry you and you're just not quite ready for it yet? I got 2 7, so there's a lot of like self reflection, or kind of I got standing your ground, and then I got kind of waiting on your heart. Mary doesn't resonate, and you're not dating anybody who's pressuring you to marry them, or who's trying to move the relationship forward. Because I got marry me. This is for Ward. It's Mary, Mary. Now I got marry me. So if it's not you, then this isn't your energy, because that's what I got. So are you not in? Oh, that's what you said, Mary or Marie. No, marry me. Oh, could it be Marie? No, marry me. Or I guess it could be Marie. Is there a Marie? The names are kind of is Mary, Marie, marry me, Marie. It could be either one. Okay.
It
Then
says,
no, this
I
isn't your
feel
energy
lately a
because I
spirit.
don't know.
I feel lately a spirit presence, and it feels like a love.
So you're in love with the spirit that you want to marry? No, I don't know who it is. Then. I'm not getting a spirit. This doesn't feel like a passed on person. This feels like a live person. This is a live energy, a present energy in your life. But you're saying it's not you, so then I'm not tapping into your energy. Don, are you getting anything for Ward?
I'm not picking up any spirits. Again, it's strange because tonight we're picking up no spirits, which is no crossover energies. So I don't have that for you, Ward. And I know that earlier that's what you wanted to know is that there was a message from a spirit for you. The one thing I do pick up for you is that you need to buckle down. You need to get to it. You need to really. I think I get the feeling like you're kind of um, you're kind of all over the place and you're really not focused as much as you need to be, and I'm getting the feeling like you need to focus, you need to buckle down, you need to strap in and to like a a straight jacket if you have to kind of focus and stay like a laser light focus on something, because again I get the feeling like there is a successful runway there for you, and that's gonna help you take off, but you just can't seem to you are your worst enemy. You get down the road a little bit and then you deviate, or you change your mind, or you think this or you think that, and one of the things is stay the course. I keep hearing stay the course, stay the course, stay the course. So what I would suggest to you is I would first and foremost focus. I would get onto something and then just and stay with, and again stay the course. Just make sure that you understand that every time you deviate you slow down that ultimate goal. Okay. And it's you'll get there, but I just think that you're a bit like a puppy dog and a squirrel. It's like squirrel, 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 squirrel. And so give yourself a break. Let yourself not chase rainbows, not chase all the squirrels and the birds and everything else, and instead set sit down, figure out which path you're going to take, and then stay on that path for a while, and do not allow yourself to deviate, even if something great comes along, because again the deviations are the problem. And if you're looking to get where you need to be, you need to just stop doing that. So give yourself an opportunity to see the success and to get farther down the road, because you're going to love it when you get there. I promise you're going to love it when you get there. There's some great things ahead for you, but you just have to make sure that you don't continue to allow yourself to get detoured. And that, I know it's so easy to do it because I do it myself. I fall for it over and over, and it slows me down. So I totally get where you're coming from in that regard. I feel that same energy, and it is hard, but you got to do it. Okay, you got to do it.
Ward keeps telling me that he's not in a relationship or that he's not seeing anybody, but they keep bringing up this lady. There is a lady, and it's a live person. It's not a spirit, but he keeps saying that it's not. So I'm not gonna force it. And that's why I brought up the pendulum, because I said, is there a lady in his life? And they're saying yes. It's a live lady. It's a romantic thing. It's not a dead person. It's a live person. And he's saying no. So I'm just gonna move on. But I do get that he doesn't focus very well. Like you said, he needs to focus. Like he focuses on the wrong thing. That's the problem. Like he gets laser focused on something that's very minute, that doesn't make any, like that doesn't serve his greater good. Like it's kind of like, oh, I want to go, like I want to start a business, but you're getting caught up on things like how the number on the address needs to look. Like instead of the nuts and bolts of the business, you're getting caught up on things that can be changed later, that don't really have a big drastic impact on the thing. you're really, really not focused on the thing, but it's kind of like a deflection thing, not to actually do the work. Is how they're showing it to me. But that's what I got for Ward.
Hmm. And Ward, do you oh gee, Ward, are you on the spectrum? Are you like on the, I guess, the autism spectrum? Are you on the spectrum? And did you lose a friend who is also on the spectrum? Or is there anybody, if this is not for Ward, is there anybody else who this might fit? Because I'm feeling somebody who's on like an autism spectrum, and it's Ward's energy though. And I also feel that they had a friend who was on the spectrum, and yeah, autism. Are you on the autism? Do you have autism? Is that you? And did you lose a friend who was also on the spectrum, and they kind of cashed out? If you know what I'm saying, they decided that they weren't sticking around anymore. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 And he was young. It was a male. It was a male, not a female. It was a male, and he was young. Correct. He was young. I'm not saying young, but he was. He's not a child, but he was not. He was like just coming into maybe adulthood, if even that. Dark hair, kind of a rounded face. He's been gone for a few years. Um, were you guys, did you, it's interesting. It's like, he did you consider at one point after he took the exit that you may do the same thing? And he, because it's like, I get this energy that he came back to make sure you didn't do that when you had thought about doing that. Did he visit with you? Did you know he visited? Because I'm getting the feeling like you knew he came back. He came back and visited with you, letting you know that he was okay over there. That's the energy that I'm kind of getting. Um, and you're not here. You're someplace, because I'm also getting distance. So you're in a different country as well, right? Um, is it a colder climate where you are? Is it colder than like here? Well, again, we're in Arizona. Freak, everybody's colder than. I mean, but I mean, seriously, even based on U.S., are you like you're in a green climate, but a colder green climate? Is that correct? Is like it's like a European country or something? I don't know. Does any of this, am I hitting anything? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's Great Britain. I'm not sure.
That's Sinead. She's in Great Britain.
Yeah. Oh, I thought she
Or
was trying
he.
to pick up on his energy. I thought she was trying to. I don't know. Um, Ward, are you again? You don't have to tell me which country if you're not comfortable with it. I don't know, but if you're, I have been through that. Yes, I live in Belgium. Okay. Yes. Okay. Good. 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 Okay. Um, all right. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I don't know if he's here or whether I'm picking up your psychic energy, because I'm trying to ask questions and he's not filling in the gaps for me. Which often, when I'm picking up an energy who's on the other side, that when I ask questions, they fill the gaps. You know what I'm saying? They help me fill in the categories, and there's some spots that I'm missing, and I'm trying to have him and kind of help me with that, and I don't really get that. So I think that I'm picking up psychically from you that experience. And so when you're asking about a spirit or somebody who crossed over, I think that you may have, I don't know if you may have intended or hoped that he would come through, but he's not here. But That's one of the energies that do come through for you from time to time. He isn't here now. Again, it's not. I'm not picking up mediumship. I'm picking up psychic energy about what's in your psychic field. That is what you experienced with him, and but know that you're at the same time. You know he's visited with you from time to time, and you know when he does. So stay open to that. Make sure that you're moving forward. And he definitely comes through from time to time to smack you upside the head. And I think maybe that's what you need to hear now is hear what resonates from his voice of like, you know what, we have to work harder. We have to work twice as hard, do half the job. So do what you got to do and don't make excuses. That's kind of the energy I'm picking up for you. That's kind of the message. But again, it's a psychic message, not a spiritual message. So it's not him saying it, it's this energy that is being pushed. And that's kind of the energy he would tell you. If he had to shake you, he'd say, come on, we have to work twice as hard to get half as much accomplished. We just do it. That's what we do. So that's where that's the energy I'm picking up for you. Okay. But it's definitely not a mediumship energy. I wish it was. I love doing mediumship when it happens, but at the same time, this is not what I'm picking up now, but know that that's the case. I feel like I'm talking to a woman in my head. I thought it was loved ones, but it seemed to feel like a past life one. Yeah, I'm not picking up energy. I'm not picking up any energy around you in that sense right now. And again, it
Maybe
could be
that's
just
why I keep getting the woman. I keep getting a married or a married woman. So maybe he's forcing that energy through, but I don't get her as a dead person. So maybe for him, it's a
Mhm.
real life thing. So that's why she doesn't seem like a dead person to me.
Could
But I
be.
get a woman,
Yeah.
and they make it seem like it's somebody that he is dating or that
Hmm.
he is romantically involved with. So it could be a past life. So maybe that is the clarity that you want. She's
Hmm.
not communicating with me, but I get a Mary or
Sinead,
Marie.
Sinead, whatever, do you know Ward? And you guys are talking about the same person, of the dance,
No,
same day? Or?
everybody that we name, every situation that we have, she knows somebody who fits that situation.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I was like, because I started reading the thing and you said, I thought maybe she knew him. So I was, don't know. Hmm. Not necessarily word. You could be, again, because you talk to a spirit doesn't mean the spirit's here necessarily. I mean, communication doesn't mean that they're sitting around you all the time. So again, you could be experiencing that conversation and
And it
that
could be a past life love to you. That's why it
absolutely.
seems real and not crossed over, because in that lifetime you could have, but I do get a Mary or a I it's either Mary or Marie. I kept getting Mary me, but it could be Marie, but and it could be this person, but she didn't feel passed over to me,
Hmm.
but she's not communicating with
Super. Who else, Miss Angie? Thanks for
me.
letting us read with you. We
I don't
appreciate it.
know, whoever.
How about Monique, since she's right there?
Oh, let's do it.
Monique, is it general or specific? You said reading, but is it a general or specific? Monique, Monique. Monique, are you having some before you even before you even fill in the category? The one thing I'm picking up, are you having an issue with your for lack of a better word, are you having an issue with your the way in which you see yourself, the way in which your body is? Are you having a body image issue? Are you having some discomfort, some frustration with that? And have you put on some weight recently? And it's kind of you don't know how to stop it from coming on, or you're kind of a little bit out of control with that kind of stuff or something. Because I'm picking up is that body dysmorphia or something? I don't know what you call it, but anyway, it's where the mind sees the body as something even worse than they really are. But she's kind of seeing, and she's going through. Are you in again like a bit of a spiral in reference to your body image and that kind of stuff? Does this resonate with you, Monique? Because I'm definitely drawn to that energy with you. Um, and are you? I mean, really, are you having concern about your waistline and concern about about your physical appearance. And my question to you is why? Because the energy is saying don't allow that to happen to yourself. You're not you're beautiful, and the reality is that the more pressure you put on yourself, the more you're going to deal with this problem getting worse and worse. So you need to back off a little bit. You need to find yourself give yourself a break and find a way to just kind of deal with it, and to deal with it in a sensible way, to put it in perspective. You're not going to be a supermodel body if that's just never who you were, and nor should you ever want that, because even the supermodels aren't supermodels. I mean, they starve themselves to death, damn it, and they have all the airbrushing and everything else. So believe me, it's not what it seems. But don't put all the pressure on yourself. And it's interesting because I really don't get energy that there's an energy around you that somebody else is putting that on you. I'm feeling like this is something you're bringing onto yourself, and I think it's because of what you see in the images on media and social media and all that stuff. It's definitely not a good feeling. I totally get it. I've been heavy and light. I've never been skinny. I don't know what skinny was. I was 300 pounds when I was 16. I don't know what skinny ever was, and I never will be, but I have had the body issues and those kind of things. So own yourself, own your power, be proud of what you are. And when somebody sees you and they see you own you, they will love you for that. And they will not, again, sometimes you reflect on them some of your own discontent or some of your own issues. Be careful with that. That's what I'm saying. Okay, just be careful. What you got, Angie?
Um, are you worried about a guy and whether he likes you? Because I heard he likes you. Just before you even before she wrote that, so he does like you, and I heard your stop worrying. You're like smooth sailing. In my head. So they're making it seem like you're worried about things that you don't have to worry about. He likes you the way you are. He likes who you are. So stop worrying about that. Things are going to get better, but you have to have the confidence to believe that those things are going to be better. Stop worrying about if he likes you, because he does. Who has a little girl? You have a little girl, or he has a little girl, or you want a little girl? Because they're showing me a little girl between you two. So it's either your current little girl, or you're going to have a little girl, or he has there's a little girl. So who has the little girl?
Is it little, or is it like
It's a little, like under 5, little,
mhm,
little.
mhm, 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 mhm.
Oh, they were showing me something about the move. It was something good about the move, a car or a house or something. Um, you're not totally committed to it because you both have girls, okay? Because I saw the little girls. And are they littles? Like, is one of them under 5? She's a cute little thing with not necessarily a smart mouth, but she's not shy. That's the best way I can say it. She's not shy. Are you worried that the little girls won't get along, or if there's? I don't see a problem with maybe the other mom. I don't see a problem with that. That seems to be
You're
fine.
9. Oh, yours is 9. Oof, Lord, you just gave me a shock. I just saw my 9. I'm like, well,
Okay, yeah.
9.
So okay, yeah. So they were showing me the little girl. Is okay. We both have girls. Oh, so he has a 1 and a 2-year-old. Yeah, because this is a little girl. So it's probably the older girl. And maybe it's her when she gets older, or maybe it's your little girl, because this person can talk. They just seem like a little to me. But there doesn't seem to be any problem there. He seems to be a nice guy, has a good job. What is he? Does he do some kind of delivery, or is he in a truck? Is he a truck driver? What he's on the road. Is that what your worry is? He's on the road a lot. Is that what the issue is? I see him in a truck, so it could just be a moving truck, him coming to get you to move you. Is he going to move you, like drive to get you to move you? Because I see the moving truck, or I see him in a truck, but more like a commercial truck, not like a this is our family vehicle. Oh, okay. Um, and a job. Okay, job. Are you? Do you work in the school, or are you trying to get a job in the school systems? Are you like a educator or something to do with kids? Do you work in a school system or something like that? You're worried about finding a job there, and they're saying keep concentrate on what you like to do, not on just what pays good money. Like find something that you like to do so you'll enjoy it. Your daughter will be fine. Um, if she's coming with you, you'll find a nice school for her. That won't be a problem either.
Is there a Texas connection? A
I don't
Texas
know what the
connection?
no is today. But you're not in education, so maybe you're worried about the school your daughter's going to go to because there's a school connection.
Yeah, Atlanta's where you're going. Yeah, I just wonder if it was a Texas
Oh, you're
connection.
going to school for nursing. Okay, because I see school. I'm like, you're fine with school. Okay, that's what the school is. Okay. And then, is there a Texas connection? That's what Don asked. Do you have some kind of connection to Texas, or are you currently in Texas? And are you guys thinking about getting married outside in the like spring or summer? Because I see like flowers all around our arch and people sitting outside, but it's outside. You'll make good money in Atlanta doing nails if you're really good at it. I don't know what the no is too. Oh, no connection to
No
Texas. Is that what
connection.
it is? No
No,
connection to
no.
Texas? Okay. Where are you moving from? Overall, it seems like a good move economically and moving forward. I do see kind of like an outside um wedding or maybe just springtime, but it feels like it's outside. So maybe they're showing me spring or summer outside, but I do see a wedding coming down the pipeline.
And be realistic, there'll be adjustments. I don't think it's all pie in the sky, and know very
Right.
clearly that you're going to have some adjustments. You're going to have some issues with kids and the way in which they deal with people. Those kind of things, know that they're going to happen and be prepared for them so where they don't derail you. Because the last thing you need to do is have it happen and you're not ready. It's like, be ready. Know that it's going to happen. Know that you'll have a little bumps, but you'll be fine.
Yeah. There's
And you're
something
moving
else
from
I was going to
Detroit.
say. Yeah. Um, gosh. It was something about the relationship and just kind of concentrating on that. Like on the relationship. You're really nervous about it and unsure of what to do because one of the cards that came up and I put it back was the two of swords. It's like you haven't made the decision. You haven't given the yes or no completely on whether you're going to move. Is that true? Hey, Virgil.
From Manchester. Hey, Virgil from Manchester. Thank you for the compliment.
Either way, you're going to be fine as long as you stay focused on your unit, your unit as a whole. And that's all I got for Miss Monique.
Yep. And stay unified, the both of you as a couple, because again, you'll be tested. Stay unified. Always make sure you agree on punishment, on behavior changes, on things like that with the kids. Don't let them divide you. And the outward pressures when the exes and the other sides come along. You know, if you're going to
He
argue,
seems to be a nice guy. I did get nice guy. Oh, that's what. Is he funny? Is that the thing? Is he funny, like a jokester kind of person? Like he tries to raise your spirit by making you laugh and kind of um trying to keep you motivated and keep you kind of going or whatever. He's very attentive to your needs, it seems to be, and you're just not used to that, so you don't know how to act. Make sure you don't push him away by not believing his sincerity. You have a gut feeling. Your gut feeling is saying yes, but your broken heart from the past is saying be cautious. So don't misconstrue his sincerity for like him, gaslighting you. He is really sincere and he does seem to like you. And he really does like to try to see you happy. Is kind of how it is. So they're saying be be aware, it's okay.
Yeah, don't paint him with the same brush as your old relationships because he doesn't deserve that.
Yeah, he's nice. Is he a darker skinned person? Because they keep showing me a darker skinned person. Kind of not necessarily muscular, but not big either. He's kind of a medium build guy, maybe a little bit of a belly. But
Does
he's
he have,
and he has a low haircut. He seems really nice. He does.
does he have like
Um,
a strange laugh or some kind of way in which I like it's not usual the way he chuckles or laughs and because I'm picking up that
and they
which
keep
is
showing me his teeth. There's something about his teeth are good, like they're white or something like that. Something about his teeth.
good. Yeah, you'll be fine. This
You'll
this
be
one's
fine.
great energy here. Great energy here. Just make sure again that you always are a united front. That's so important because society will test you at first, but you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I like it. That was cute. Their
Yep.
energy is cute.
Yep.
And I don't know that you will have another kid, but I do see a 5-year-old. So it's either his kid coming up to be 5. I don't know. I see a 5-year-old. All right. Well, I'm glad that worked out for you. Who's next, Don?
I don't know. Let's see who else is in here. If y'all want a reading, let us know. This is the perfect opportunity because we're searching for names. And
There was a
again,
Maximilian or Max, somebody who kept saying they wanted a reading. Max Molman. He said General Max Molman.
yes, Virgil, ask us a serious question. We're open.
You know what? Tammy's okay too, because I had a message for Tammy too. And they kept saying, what is it that you really want, Tammy? Like you keep asking and asking and asking what your higher power wants for you. But they're saying, what do you want? What do you want us to give to you? Stop asking us what we want from you. What do you want from us? How can we help you? Is kind of how it is. It's like I see a customer service line and they're like, how can we help you, Tammy? And you keep saying, well, what do you want me to do? Well, what do you want me to do? And they're like, what do you want us to do for you? It's not a dictatorship. It's not um a puppeteer and you're the puppet. What do you want from us? How can we make things better for you? And you don't seem to want to take that role, that leadership role. You keep kind of laying down your authority and waiting for somebody else to make the decision for you. um and they're saying that's not what it is. They're trying to push you forward, give you some leadership and give you some kind of backbone, and they're saying you're not stepping up to the plate. You keep kind of stepping back every time they cross the line to push you, you step back. You don't want to step up, and they want you to step up and understand that the choice is yours. Like they'll help you do whatever it is that you want to do, but the choice is yours. What's with Montana, Tammy? Are you what's with Montana? Why are they showing me Montana and a horse? And it could be just because I got the Knight of Pentacles, but what's with Montana? Are you wanting to move to Montana, Tammy? What's with Montana? Do you have family there? Is there a male there? These better not all turn into love readings, Don. I just cannot deal with it tonight. Bonnie, you gotta go. Get out the chat. Kimberly, what's your question? Saying that I have a specific question, just type your question so we can see it. Not sure what Montana is. Okay. You seem to they seem to show you as indecisive because they show me your future, but it's all grayed out. When they show me something that's all grayed out, that means that you won't make the choices in or to bring color to it. You have to make the decisions in order to make it up. And they're trying to push you forward. Like when I say they're, your higher power is trying to push you forward to help you make some decisions so you can get what you want and not what everybody else wants you to have. It's kind of like, oh, well, I think she should be a teacher, so you were a teacher. Or, oh, I think she should be a vet, so she was a vet. They're saying, what is it that you want so that we can help you to move in that direction? And the reason you don't know is because the reason nothing is moving forward is because you don't really give them anything to work with, is how I got it. Like, step up to the plate and give us something to wish for. They're showing me like the star card, but it's to the side because you're not wishing for anything. You're not asking for anything specific except for what they want you to do. And you seem to not. They're trying to make it seem like you don't understand that it's not what we want, it's what you want, and we'll help you get that as long as you tell me that. They're reiterating that over and over. Stop asking, like, what do my guys want me to do? Or what information, what do you want? How can we help you to move forward? And you said you don't want to move to Montana, but they keep showing me. Do you know somebody named Montana? Is there something about like a ranch or a horse? Like there's horses in Montana that they're showing me. Yes, Rebecca, we can see your chat. We're on about 7 different platforms, so you may only be able to see the responses in your chat, but we can see all of your stuff, and it's all coming through. We're just picking the people that the energy is calling us to. We're not skipping you, and we're just whatever energy pulls us to it, that's who we're going to. Okay, well, Tammy, maybe I'm not in your energy. Don, do you have something for her?
I'm about to use the cards because I'm really not picking up anything without them. So let me see what I might find. Before I do that, though, I wanted to answer a question that popped up. Well, it's still in my mind because if I don't, I'll forget it probably, and that's not good. Virgil, you said, thank you very much. My best friend Joe went a few years ago. I still can't sleep. Do you think he's still here? I don't sleep too good since, sir. That's why I am here. Your friend is like, if your friend is like anybody else who has crossed over, they do from time to time come back. They don't sit around with you. They don't stay on this side. They don't stay there with you all the time. That's not their role or their function. And again, he could wind up being one of your spirit guides in this lifetime or even another lifetime or whatever. But if he crossed over, once he crossed over, he can come and go from time to time, and that's not unusual. He can come often even, but he's not always with you, generally speaking. Now, I'm speaking in generalities because I don't know your specific situation, and I can't guarantee you he's not there, but I can tell you that we all have many spirit guides. The only guide which is with you all the time from birth to death is your gatekeeper. So they're there all the time because they're always watching out for you. They're always protecting you. They're protecting your spirit. They're protecting your soul. That's what their job is to do. And so they really do they do control the access to you from the spirit realm. But somebody who was here on this side and then crossed over, that generally speaking, they do not just constantly stay with you from the other side here. It just isn't. That's just not how it tends to work. But they do cross back and forth, and they will visit you. And when they do, you'll know it. They tend to leave a comment in the way of a touch, of a feel, of a smell, of an idea, of a music, of a song. There's many different ways in which they can communicate with you. You are the one who has. We have our clairs, and various clairs, and each of those clairs, one's touch, one scent, one smell, whatever. So your strength will come that way, or how they know they can connect to you. I hope that helps you. You'll know, though, when he is there. And when he is there, you need to speak to him as I am speaking to you. Don't do the psychic thing of in my head, I'm telling you something and I'm testing you. No, 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 no. It doesn't work that way. This isn't Hollywood, okay? When you have that opportunity for them and you feel that they're there, you know that they're, you smell them, you whatever, have this conversation. Just talk to them like you're talking to me or like I would talk to you. And then don't be surprised if somehow they send you a signal that they're getting. They'll respond. They'll respond again in a way in which you'll know. I'll give you an example, a very good example. Last night we had class. And while we were doing class, in the later part of the class, my camera started going crazy because a spirit was coming into my area. And I could tell because my dog, when the spirit would get active, she would perk up and she would sit here and sit right beside me. And you could see that she was not moving anywhere. And then the spirit would go and then she would lay back down. The funny part is that also coincided with the screen flickering, getting light, having like light and dark moments and flashes. And it's like flashing like this. And you would see it going in and out like this, the color, the brightness, the intensity. And it was fascinating. By the time we were finished, at the very end of class, when it was really something we came back together, I was mentioning it, and people were talking to the spirit because my spirit protector, my spirit guides who are protectors were over here, and I could see one of them, and they were here, and yet the energy was over here. So they were separated, and my dog was on this side. So again, my dog was very responsive to the energy that was there. And as the people in the class were asking questions of the spirit would then start flashing when it was right. And it was crazy to watch the spirit respond. And I wish I had recorded it. It would have been the most amazing thing for you guys to see. So again, they speak to you in different ways. You just have to make sure you're open to them, but they do come and they do go. They don't stay with you all the time. They're not always around with you. It doesn't quite work that way. So hopefully I gave you some insight and help, and everybody actually, because I think everybody needs to understand that. And again, I did a meditation. That meditation is in on my website. I mean, on my YouTube channel, you will find that meditation. And I'm trying to find it now. If you want to reach out to the loved one, do this guided meditation. Use your QR code, record this, pop this in, and then later on do this. It's a half-hour guided meditation, okay? But it will help you find and communicate with your people who've crossed over. So, and you do it a few times, and don't be surprised if by the third or fourth time you're starting to really communicate with them, okay? So now back to, was it Timmy, right? Back to Timmy. Timmy. Tammy, wow, Tammy, go check out 55. Go get the number 55. Check out your angel number 55. Make sure that you understand what that means. Is that transitional? I think it's transitional, right? It's problematic and transitional. Yeah, and you're going through a struggle. You are struggling with something, but your struggle is internal. You're struggling with you. You're struggling with you, and unfortunately, you can't seem to get out of your own way. And you need to drop the swords, which is the other 5. Again, the struggle is the 5 with the wands, and the 5 of swords is the dropping it. It's like, why you again, you have control of this. Why you're holding on to it, I don't know. It's not going to make you a better person or a worse person. It's just that sometimes it's time to move on. And look, the victor, this is the card. This is the move on card. So it's like, move on, get over it, get over yourself. Stop it already. Just move forward. And look at this. You can rise above. Again, if you move forward, if you stop beating yourself up, if you stop conflicting, you're going through your conflicted self, you're going to be fine. You're going to rise above this. But again, you are the key. You are the key. And you are the master manifestor. It's a magician. I can't give you better cards than what you're getting right now, telling you you're controlling this. Okay. So the funk you're in, the mess you're in, the frustration you're in, it's you. It's you. And don't look to anywhere else. Don't look to anybody else. Don't blame anybody else. It's not them. It's not them. It's not that. It's you. And if you're uncomfortable hearing it, tough shit. You need to hear it. I mean, it's like, I don't know what to tell you. The cards are very clear. You need to get over yourself. You need to step up and you say, you know what? I got to move on. I can't dwell. whatever you're dwelling on, pass it on, let it go, because it's not serving you well or anybody else around you. And that's the energy I'm picking up.
It's
That's another.
kind of like stop being the victim. You're a leader,
Yep.
lead.
Yep.
That's what like her higher power is trying to push her forward to lead, and she
Yep.
doesn't want to. That's
Step
the
up,
issue.
step up or step off. I guess is a good way to put it. So there you go. There you go.
Max, I know you're still here because you keep telling us that you're still here. Are you thinking about leaving your job and going to a competitor? Because they show me a river at night and you're wading across the river. It's a very short jump from one side to the other. So you're on this side and you're kind of wading across to the other side, which is a better side for you. So are you thinking about leaving your job to go to a competitor? And have they already made you an offer and you just haven't refused, you haven't accepted it yet? Or you kind of know that there's a spot for you there and you just don't know what to do, you should definitely go ahead and do it, because I got the sun, which is success and achievement. We start for you. Your intuition tells you to go, but you're kind of loyal. I also got the Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. And so that's ambition. That's, moving forward. That's fast movement. Do you usually kind of just not think and move forward? And you're kind of trying to settle in and they're saying go. You really should go ahead and go. Okay, then the offer's coming to. Oh my gosh, Max, they showed that to me. So weird is how they showed it to me, is that you were on this side and you were sneaking. You're sneaking across the water to the other side, but it's a better fit for you totally. I don't know if you have a friend or somebody there, like people, or somebody who knows somebody or something, like there's a better fit for you on the other side. And I'm getting goosebumps all over. The cards are saying go ahead, the offer's coming. This is the offer that you haven't, that you're not seeing yet, so that's coming. This is the Ace of Cups, so that's the new start. And this is that success and achievement, so that's the best, that's one of the best cards in there. So if they offer it, or when they offer it, go for it, because it's a yes for you. So definitely. Oh, you were so easy. They were like boom boom boom, go ahead and go. You're so easy.
You were all over that. Angie, you might be psychic. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Our secret. Our secret.
Because I kept saying, why do you keep showing me this river for him? Like, I don't get it. And they were like, just say it, walk it through. And so sometimes I have to walk it through.
And it's interesting because you kept being pulled back to him. So it's fascinating that he needed to hear that,
Oh my gosh. He said, yes, I actually do have a friend there, because they show an ally there and you would just have a great time going there. You're just a little bit too loyal to this company, or maybe you're afraid, like, that's kind of a bad look for me to go to the competitor. They're saying, go ahead and go. It's a better move for you. You're,
Yep.
you're, you're, you're totally good.
Yep. Get her done. Get her done. Bonnie says psycho.
I go. I might be a little bit of that too. Don't
Yeah.
tell nobody that either.
Been there, done that. Ooh, I'm guilty as charged. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Who
I
is
can't
next, Miss Angie?
remember.
Hey, Christina Maldonado. Nice to see you in.
Oh, I didn't even see Christina. How are you? She's the one who I told was gonna have 5 babies last week, I think.
What? Oh my God. Lord have mercy.
Exactly. This is a go. You don't even need any more cards or nothing. This is a go. They played your scenario out pretty good, Max. You're all for a go. I don't know if he's waiting on something from you, Don, but you're all go on
Oh
that
no,
one.
I'm good with what you. I don't even want to mess it up. Just
All right. Come
let
back
it.
and let us know how it is, Max, because
Yep.
it won't be long. Like, I think either by January or just before January, you'll be in your new spot.
Max, and also the one thing I would tell you, not psychically, but as an employer and as somebody who has been on the other side as well, sometimes loyalty is a very wonderful thing to have, but sometimes it can be a detriment to you, and sometimes the loyalty is not earned, or it's not deserved. And so sometimes you got to look out for yourself. If your employer, let me put it this way, if your employer needed to cut costs and your job needed to go, do you think they would be as loyal to you as you needing to maybe find the greener grass? Think about that. Flip the script and say, would they value me as much as I value them? They very well may, and if that's the case, that's wonderful. But generally speaking, I don't know.
There's a reason he's already looking.
Exactly.
There's
Yep.
a reason you're already looking.
Exactly. And again, it's never a negative reflection on your employer, because sometimes it, again, change just change itself is something that we need. And don't be surprised if when you make this change that a lot of things change because again, it's a renewal cycle, and you start a new renewal. And this is the age of Aquarius. This is change. This is all change. This is all about change. Lord have mercy. The world's blowing up. And I don't mean that literally. Please, folks, don't start bitching at me. I
But
don't
it
want.
also feels like there's more opportunity for growth at this place. Like maybe you're at a ceiling there. And so, like in our department, it was our manager and then it was all of us who were up under her. And so it was only her department. So either she had to move or we had to move. And when she saw that things weren't going right, she was one of those kind of managers who was like, look, they're making decisions that are not for the best alignment for your family. Y'all might want to get y'all resume together and start looking. She was that kind of manager who would be like, look out for yourself first because they are downsizing, they're cutting, they're this, they're that. And so I feel like you'll have more growth in this new company
Mhm.
and faster. Hey,
That's
LMT.
Yeah, hey LMT. I can tell you it's interesting. When I was an employer for a few different companies. I owned a few different companies, but I remember the one company that really was key to it was very special to me because it was my law office, and so I came right out of law school, opened up my career, and I had a receptionist who I worked with, and she was not the receptionist that I would have chosen if I'd set out to choose one. That was not the one, but and she had her limitations, but she was so amazing with customer service, and she dealt with people so well that her spelling was atrocious, her typing was not the best, and she did not know how to organize, but she got things done. And more importantly, she was able to handle clients, and in a law firm, clients can be crazy, and yet she could just chill them out, and everything is wonderful. And so when I was ready to shut the firm down, and when I was ready to make the move because we were moving to California, so I shut the firm down. And when I did that, I was one of those employers that you hear very seldom about. And not that I'm telling my own horn. I just want to let you know that, again, it does happen. There are good employers who would exist and who would deserve it. And what I did for her is I took her out, and I took her out, and we went to Nordstrom's, and we found, and she was a large woman, but we actually, I would find it. We found her an outfit that complemented her body, because she always wore clothes that didn't quite do that, right? And so, and she didn't have the money, so I bought her a real nice suit that really looked great and a professional, and then we worked on her resume, and I helped her to prepare for interviews, and I helped her and worked with her to find opportunities. And sure enough, she did, and people would call and refer, and I was able to tell them honestly. I focused so much on all of the good qualities that she had. When they would interview her, they knew those qualities too, because they looked for that. That they didn't fuss so much about the others. And ultimately, she found a great job, and she was able to move in the time that I gave her for me to transition her out. And so it worked out well. So the point is that, yeah, they do exist, but even those people have limitations when it comes to employers and so forth. So again, if you have a grass greener situation, and if I'm that kind of employer, I'm wanting you to succeed. I'm wanting you to be successful. I'm wanting you to get the most you can. And I would never be upset with you for taking that leap. I had two attorneys. I could not pay them the money that they were offered by a major boutique firm. And they said, hey, this is where we need to go. And I'm like, then that's what you need to do. And I think that's fantastic for you. And we stayed friends. And one of them is still a very good friend of mine to this day. And yet she had to take the leap, and and I had to pick up her caseload and work it. I didn't like doing it, but I did. That's what a good employer does. So Max, again, if this is in your best interest, don't worry about how the employer is going to take it. If they really are a good employer, they are going to love the fact that you have found something that inspires you and that can be a stepping stone. And they'll think, hey, unfortunately, we couldn't do that for you. I'm glad you found it. If they're the kind that gets pissy and has an attitude, then they didn't deserve your loyalty, because again, they weren't giving it back to you. If they're loyal enough, they'll say, hey, look, we appreciate, we're thrilled for you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right.
Exactly. Um, So I was just reading up on the age of Aquarius because LMT put that in there. So I'm reading. I'm like, Bonnie, you didn't tell me that the age of Aquarius was going to be so good. Like, I'm ready for it. They said it also in modern times rules Scorpio. So Don, you about to be on the move. You about to get it done. They said rebirth and transformation. So you about to transform. But it's a lot of it. And so it says that it was in Capricorn since 2008. And when I think about it, 2008 was a lot of problems for me. And so now we're moving forward. We're about to do some new stuff, and they're saying it's generational changes. So I'm excited about it. Bonnie called me. We need to talk about this Pluto stuff. I'm
Yes.
excited. I'm
My
excited.
year.
Lots of change. They said science and technology. They were talking about oh, let me look. They were saying that it's a lot of science and technology advancements like AI and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming, but a lot of generational changes. Like, you're going to see stuff. And I was just having this conversation with somebody about how I felt like our kids were so different than what, and that's my rising sign. So let's move. Let's move.
I still can never remember what my rising sign and all that stuff is. I need to look it up again. And I think was it you who told me how to do that? You had
There's a cat. There's
a
something
website, right?
cafe. There's a couple of them, but cafe, and I'm pretty sure Bonnie will put it in here too.
Mhm.
But there's a link that you can go. Oh, and Horos will tell you too. The app
Horos, that's
Horos.
the one you told me.
You
Yeah.
can go in there and put all that,
Yes.
but you have to know the time and the
Yeah.
city that you were born in, city and
Yeah.
state that you were born in, and put all that in there. And I got the last three zodiac signs: Capricorn, Pisces, and Aquarius.
Aquarius.
So they just be fighting with
Aquarius.
each other.
LMC said, I'm living for it to be good. Yes, we Caps have been suffering since 2008. Yes.
Yeah.
And Gwyneth, nice to see you in, GP. It's been a while. I'm glad you're here. I love seeing you in. Um, Liliana says she uses the Pattern app. Yeah, I definitely know my birth time and my birth. I was born 444 p.m. And so maybe that's why I'm always drawn to sequencing numbers. I don't know. Maybe it's crazy. So do. And I know when they do the astrology charts, they need your time of birth and your location too. Okay, makes sense. Alrighty then. Who else are we gonna pick on, Miss Angie, before we get out of here? One or two more, I'm thinking probably, right?
Whoever you want. Let's see. We just did Max, and Max was so good. I loved it. Hey,
Mhm.
Gwyneth, I saw you in there too. I didn't want to miss saying hi to you. This Kathleen person, I saw her earlier, and I didn't get to mention her. Kathleen, is it Cardello? Are you still here, Kathleen? And do you
Kathleen.
want a reading? If not, then this Liliana lady Ortiz here.
Why don't we go ahead and do Liliana, and then if Kathleen's still here, then after we're done, we'll do Kathleen.
All right,
Okay.
Liliana, do you have a question?
Is that her question?
No, I think that was
Astrology thing?
yeah. Oh yeah, when I was talking about Pluto.
Liliana, a general or specific? And if it's specific, please give us the question.
So we'll be back to you.
And Kathleen,
I'm
make
worried
sure
about
you give
work.
us a question.
You know, Liliana, when I first got into your energy, I heard the song by oh gosh, what is her name? Lauren Hill. Um, oh shoot. I can't remember the song. I'm gonna have to put the words in the chat and figure it out. But it's a very slow song, and it had to do kind of with it's a love song. I'm not gonna be able to move forward until I figure out what it is. And that probably is the name of the song.
Is it from the big album, the Misadventures of Lauren Hill, or whatever it is?
Oh, the sweetest thing. That is what it's called. The sweetest thing. I don't know. Yes, that album. That is one of the best albums, Don. Like
It
she's still.
is. It is.
Oh my
We
God.
listen to it a lot.
The thing. That's the song that came up for me. So I thought it was love that you were kind of in, like worried about love, but you said you're worried about work. So let me get into the energy about work. Because what I heard was everything's going like it's gonna be okay. That was the first thing I heard, and then I heard the sweetest thing I ever known. So do you have a romantic partner that is telling you everything is gonna be working, is trying to calm you down? Because it's specifically that part of the song. The sweetest thing that I've ever known is like a kiss on the collarbone. So it seems to be somebody trying to comfort you while you're stressed out about something, because I heard it's going to be okay, but I thought it was, oh, my boyfriend works with me. Okay. So there, because I thought you were worried about him, but you're worried about work, and they're saying you'll both will be okay, but I do see a split between you two. Are you thinking about leaving? What does everybody wear white? Is this like a medical office? Everybody has on white. Everything is white. Is it a medical office, or what is it? Why is everybody have on white? But I do feel like a split. I feel like one of you is going to move on, and then the other one's going to move up. Long hair, and we wear the same shirts. Oh, okay, white. I'm in the office. One of you is going to move up, and one of you is going to move on. Um, are you not happy with it? Like you're okay working there because maybe your boyfriend is there, but I think you want more of a challenge, you want more money, and you want better opportunities. Like I don't feel like this is your end all be all. You definitely need to move on. I feel like you're the person that's going to move on, and you're going to get a better job that pays more, and it's going to challenge you a little bit more. Are you into finance and accounting, or is that what you do for them? You do their financials or something like that? Because you're very important in whatever it is you do. But I feel like it's working with the money, or with their financials or accounting or something like that. And they're saying that there's more opportunity out there for you. Everybody's getting a new job. Oh my gosh.
It's that
Um,
change. Woohoo.
Pluto, listen, we've been waiting on it. See, Bonnie, that's why I say hurry up. Let's give it a shot of Benadryl and make it go faster. You run the whole business. Oh, okay. I do feel like you're going to move on, or is he going to move on? Somebody's going to move on. Let me see who's moving on. Somebody's moving on, and somebody's moving up. She's moving on. He's moving up. So is there a construction offset of that? So could he go into construction? Because I feel like there's a construction offset of it, and then you move on to something bigger and better. You have enough talent to run a whole department, like a whole finance department. I did interview at two places last week. Okay, and was one of them a government place that you were working at? Are you thinking about working for the government in some kind of way? I don't think that's the good job, the government, because they're going to take too much retirement. But I do see you moving on and running a large department, like people under you, like your manager or director or supervisor, and there's people under you, but there's teams under you. There's not just one person under you. There's like, okay, so maybe you're the manager, and then or maybe there's teams up under you. One is a government job. Oh, okay. I don't think that's the better fit for you. They're not making it seem like the government job is the better fit for you. Whatever the second job is seems to be, and it seems to be more of a whole department. You'll have more authority, and you'll kind of mold everybody to the way you want it to be. You manage 4 teams right now. Okay, so that's the branches. So you have the experience to do that. You're not selling yourself enough. Your resume doesn't, I don't think, like gives you that power that you need to show, but I do see you still managing multiple teams up under you and moving on to something better and making a lot more money. And it's not that they don't value you. They don't undervalue you. They really think that you're a rock star and they think that you're great. It's just not Is it a family owned business? Because it just doesn't seem like they can give you the money that you need. And so they're saying again, go ahead. There's a new potential buyer for the company. Ah, okay. Okay. Again, that's why it says that they can't give you the money that you want. And so if you move on, and it'll be sad if you go, but again, better opportunity, more advancement, better for your household. Do you have little kids? Do you have two little kids, a girl and a boy or something like that? Are there two children involved? Or somebody has children? And so you're thinking about your financial future. Go ahead and go. You will get an offer from one of the jobs. You may get an offer from both of the jobs, but I just don't see the government job. But don't take my advice on it. If the government job feels good, but think about how much money they're usually with government jobs, they're taking out a chunk for retirement. So think about, is that something that you want to deal with, or however you want to do it. But think about all the aspects, the pros and cons of both jobs. But I do see you getting an offer for another job, and I do see you moving on. And then, is there a possibility of construction with your husband? Oh, three boys and expecting a fourth. Maybe the new one is a girl. Is the new one going to be a girl? Oh, the owners are divorcing. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's a lot going on there. So maybe that's what the split is. Oh, maybe that's it.
That
And
fourth baby ain't the reason why they're getting divorced, are they? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
oh no, Doc. Oh baby.
That's
Oh, you're having
35.
another boy, so
35.
you're gonna have four boys. Whoa. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Um, what was I gonna say about it? About the movie. Is your husband that you're with, is he into construction? Because I see him going into construction. And I see you moving on to something else. So I don't know if the new company will add on construction, but I see him going into construction. I think she said a boy, Rachel. I think she's having a boy. That was the thing that she put in there. Oh, the owners live in Sedona and I run everything in Washington. Oh, again, I do see you moving on. I do see you getting a better job. I do see the littles and you thinking that you need more money to support them and they're just not able to give it to you. Um, and I do see your husband with the construction or something like that, as his rise up. So that's what I got for you. All good stuff. Good money. Good money. Good money.
One thing I get for one thing additional is I don't think that the next job is the end job. The next job is a stepping stone job, and you're not going to be utilized as much as you should be, and you're going to feel that. So this next job is going to check a box, and it's going to give you an opportunity to take the leap. But do not undersell yourself. Do not undersell yourself. Do not undersell your ability. Do not underestimate what you can do. Do not do not step backwards. Do not make a step backwards. You have got to keep you've got to make sure you're asserting yourself and you are pushing the boundaries of the things you can do, because you are still learning and growing and there's so much more that you have to offer. So again, don't be surprised if the next job is a stopgap, as a stepping stone. It's going to be a good job. I'm not saying it won't, but I don't think it's going to be a career move. I think it's a stepping stone that will take you to the job that's really going to be the one that you're going to be thrilled with, and it's going to be the one that cements you into a place where you feel like you have your own domain. So whatever it is that the next job after that, again, the next step after stepping stone is one that's going to be an independent situation. I see you probably working for yourself. I don't see you working for somebody else on that next step after the next one, because I just see that you're going to again start your own business, start your own something, and you're going to run with it. I'm surprised at this point that you haven't actually gone out and created a business like the business you're working for now and created that business yourself, and you and your husband make that model work in
I
Sedona.
think she said she's trying to help him build his business, and that's what he does. I think that's
Okay.
what she said.
Okay, yeah, because I see you doing that. I see you again. You're the entrepreneur. You're very entrepreneurial spirited. I think you're more so than your husband in that regard. And so don't be surprised if again the next step you take is going to be a good job, more money, those kind of things. But after that, that's going to be the one where you're getting. I just see you being independent and running your own business and having success at it, and actually again managing a number of people. So you're going to grow that business quickly.
And they're really telling me to tell your husband, concentrate on the construction. You really you like, I think that you're kind of worried that there won't be a lot of new build coming up in the future, but you're going to be surprised at how things turn out, and focus on that new build. Remember, people are going to be wanting stuff contrary to what you're thinking. And then there's telling me forks, and that may just because I am in love with the movie Twilight. But are you near Forks, Washington? Is that true?
Walla Walla.
From the movie Twilight, she lived in Forks, and so I'm just wondering, is that why that came up? Is because that's my reference. I love that movie. Um, I've been wanting to do something for myself along the lines of financial tax. Hey, it is about to be tax season, so you can do taxes on the side and make good money on it. Look, what kind of taxes you do? Hold on. She said it's 4 to 5 hours away. Oh, okay. And Walla Walla is 45 minutes away.
Mhm.
Okay. There you go. All right.
Super.
Are you thinking about moving to somewhere else? Because I get that you could expand or move to somewhere else. Um,
And Liliana, you should look at and consider the fact that you can do more than one thing at one time, even though you're raising kids and everything else. Is that you can actually start creating the structure for your own business, even when you're working for somebody else. Even with the next stepping stone, start your own business, start something, creating something, putting together a business plan, putting together things that you need to do to fall into place, so where when time comes, it's an easier transition at that point as well. You don't have to wait until you're ready to make the move. You just have to, and I'm saying move as in job wise, and into your own position. You can do that while you're working for somebody else. A lot of entrepreneurs started their jobs and their businesses before they left their employers. They've got them going to a point where they could feel safe to make that leap. And so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's going to happen with you as well.
Listen, I do this in addition to my full-time job. So when this can pay all the bills, I'm good. And they
Exactly.
keep telling me to say the boys are good. Are the boys kind of easy breezy and not a lot of fuss? Because they keep telling me the boys are good. Like they're not a lot, like when Dom was saying you can do more than one thing at once, they made it seem like the boys aren't so much of a hassle that you have to concentrate on them so much. Like you have time to do it all. You can be mom, you can run your business while you're also working another place. Like it seems that you have that flow that you can do it all. They're showing me that Queen of Wands who has her hands in a little bit of everything, and the boys seem to be easy breezy.
Yeah, the boys are definitely not high maintenance at all, is what I'm picking up.
Okay. And you kind of have mentally how you want to do it. Like if I want, like I could do this, I could do this, I could do that. Um, don't hire friends. If you're thinking about hiring people to work for you, I wouldn't hire like my best friend.
Hmm. Absolutely. Well, good luck on that, Liliana. It's great news coming through for sure. Great energy. So take it, and again, it's that cycle of time. It's time and a cycle for it. So go for it. Go for it. Next, you said Kathleen. Kathleen, correct?
Yep, Kathleen
This one?
Cardillo. Are you? Yeah, she's still here, and I think she said General too.
Yeah, general. Hmm.
Immediately I heard ring, ring, ring. So I thought this kind of ring, like on your finger. And then I heard opportunity calling. Everybody getting a new job? I just heard ring, 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 opportunity calling when I got into your energy, Kathleen. Have you been in hermit mode for a little bit, like kind of pulled back, trying to see what's going on? You've had some hard lessons and you're trying to figure out like what is my next step. So um like you're waiting on a call from somebody. Is it love too? Like it okay, let me sort it out because it's coming really fast. Kathleen.
You're welcome, Liliana.
Yeah, it is coming fast because I got the Eight of Wands. The information is coming fast to me, but things are about to start moving fast for you. Like information is going to come for you, or there's going to be quick movement for you. Ring, ring, ring. Opportunity is calling. but it also has to do with with somebody. Is your decision to move or to do whatever dealing with somebody? Like you're basing your decision on that. Staying to yourself, yes, I got that. You've been in hermit mode, kind of sitting back trying to figure out after you've got your lumps and bumps and bruises. And now you're ready to step out like, oh, okay, I can do this time. I'll do it this way that time. I know better this time. So you've kind of learned your lessons that you needed to learn. And now you're ready to move forward. But it seems to be hinging on somebody else. So is it hinging on you leaving this person or is it hinging on you staying with this person? Is that what the hinge is? You said you're looking for a job in an apartment. Let me see about the job. Trust your coworker. Is your coworker okay? Okay. Something about trust your coworker. Is your coworker trying to encourage you to apply to something or do something? Oh, you said, oh God, I hope not the ex. Okay, so then no. But it seemed like do you have a male coworker then who is encouraging you to do something? Because they're showing me it's I heard trust your coworker. And are they trying to get you to apply for something or do something or go in some certain direction and it's a male? So maybe he's the person, but I heard trust your coworker. But definitely not if you're working, you're not staying there. You're moving on. Um and are you trying to go into the medical field? Because I see a stethoscope. And there's a lot of conflict. What's the conflict? Is that just in your head? You don't know what to do? Is that what the Five of Wands is? Is that what or is it healthy competition? You're not working right now. So you're all in your head. You don't have an ex coworker that you're still in contact with that's trying to get you to apply or to do something. You're missing something. You're concentrating on your loss. Are you trying to go back? Are they encouraging you to come back to that company? Because it says trust your coworker. Trust your coworker. Why are they telling? Why do they want? It's like he has his foot in the. You was a nurse for 26 years. Okay, that's what. It's like he has his foot in the back door and he's trying to give you a pathway in. It's a male. It's somebody who's like got their foot in the door and they're holding it open for you to come through the door. But you don't want to come. You don't either want to go back to that to your old employer or back to something that you had. But they're saying trust your coworker. Oh, then maybe you should go back to nursing because they definitely are showing me a stethoscope and they're showing me the medical field and they're showing me that this person has their foot in the door and they're saying, trust me, it's not the way that it was before. And you're concentrating on what it used to be instead of what you still have moving forward. And that they showed me the stethoscope and they showed me this person with their foot in the door, like having it cracked open for you. And they're telling you something that other people don't even know. So come on in. So whoever this is that's encouraging you to come back, they're saying, come on back, trust your coworker. So that's what I got for Miss Kathleen.
Wow, sounds like an exciting situation in front of you, Kathleen. You need to take the jump. You need to make sure you, yeah, you need to. And again, it seems it's this thing that you're 26 years as a nurse and then left the field.
And then you
Interesting.
went to go to do security.
Interesting.
It,
And
it, it seems like was it something traumatic that made you leave the medical field? I don't know. Either way, they're saying go back and concentrate. Don't concentrate on the bad. You're concentrating on the loss and the negative. This is something new. Concentrate on the things that are coming to you, the two things you still have. And obviously, it's still your medical certifications or whatever, or getting them back because they definitely showed me the medical field and going back.
And not only that, but you as a nurse, you can't help but get a job. They're making so much more money than they ever did before because nursing is so much in demand, And if you
And
work,
where are you applying that you said you haven't been offered anything? Are you being really strict with like what hours you want to work or what you want to do? Because around here, people are like, listen, do you even look like you want to be a nurse? You can get hired. Like they need nurses like crazy around
they
here.
need nurses. I can tell you. My spouse is a physician, and he's very much aware of the requirements. And I can tell you, nursing, big time need. And again, money is better than it's ever been for nurses. Nurses are making serious money. So if you put that, I can't believe if you're throwing that, what do you call it, throwing the lure into the water, you're not getting snatched up, because the hospitals, they need them desperately.
Exactly. And if you need something a little less intense than a hospital, then maybe you could do like a private practice or like a small like office place. But I do see you going back to that, and I do see it being
Yeah.
successful, and I do see you enjoying it again. Maybe not as intense as it was before.
Kathleen, I have a friend who has anxiety issues, and she was an oncology nurse. Actually, she was a heart nurse first. It was the oncology nurse was her mother. She was a heart nurse, cardiac nurse. What do they call it? Anyway, and she had anxiety issues, and she could not work, and she did not want to work in a hospital environment. So what she did, which worked to her advantage, is she is a nurse that goes around and she does home health visits. So she does home visits with nursing, and therefore there's no structure. She comes as she needs to, and she goes. She knows in advance that she knows the meds. They give the meds to her in the morning and say, here, you're round. And then she goes around, and when her rounds are done, she's done. And so she does this, and she loves it, and it took the pressure off. It also, the environment that is being in a hospital around all this other pain and suffering, as well as around nursing, and some of the stuff that can happen with people that just have those dynamics. The point is that she is loving it. She is able to now do it. And so again, she goes to the office in the morning. She collects the medicines and whatever she needs. Then she goes and starts visiting one and another. And she loves it, because it's a one-on-one relationship with each of her patients. Therefore, it's not all this kind of stuff. She knows the orders. She read them in advance. She understands what she has to do, if it's drawing blood that day, if it's giving certain medicines, if it's whatever. I think that would be a wonderful
She said she
opportunity.
used to do that, Don.
Kathleen, then why are we talking? Why are we talking? Why are we talking?
And
Why
I
are
was
we
just gonna
talking?
say because Kina and the place that my sister works at, that's what they need, a person to go out, and she gives them the test, like she'll give them the eye exam so they don't have to come into so exams that she can give them at home that they don't have to come in. Like she'll go and follow up and do things like that for them at home. So that is a great thing. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
and I can tell you the nurse I know specifically, who has such anxiety issues and depression. She suffers from anxiety, depression, and some other kind of. And this worked so well for her, and it actually got her back on track, because she was ready to leave the field. She was like, I just don't want to. I can't take this anymore. And she walked away. She walked away, and she was doing some volunteer working at a volunteer organization, totally unrelated to health, totally, absolutely. And then then somebody presented this to her, and she said, let me try this. And she tried it, and it is working wonderfully for her. So if you've already tried it, you know what it's like. Yeah, and you don't have to work 60 hours a week. You can pick and choose your schedules in that sense. So I would, if I were you, I would be looking at that again. I think that seems to be a very reasonable kind of way of getting back in. And again, the money you make as a nurse is unbelievable these days. Unbelievable.
Miss Bonnie said a lot of nurses have depression, anxiety. It's kind of a stressful thing to do. You have to be on your P's and Q's. You have people's life in your
Mhm.
hands. So
Yeah,
just
and
find a rest.
Miss Bonnie is a nurse. So
Hmm.
yeah. So yes, indeed.
Well, there you go. It was a good night, Don.
It was a very good night. Thank you all for popping in and giving us the energy to which feeds us to do the readings, and I love that. And
I
Angie,
felt like the energy was just jumping out the screen at us. Like we didn't have to
yes,
like some of the. I was like, whoa, hold on. They're just
like Max,
pulling
Max,
the information. Yeah.
Max, and then the lady, Kath, was it now, Annette? Remember,
Mhm.
wasn't it? She was like, an open book or
Oh
something.
my
There's a few
God.
of them were
And
just
as the first read, that's at the tone. That's
yep.
at the tone.
Absolutely. And if you notice, I've been playing folks with the different images because we have different options now. And I just stumbled across this because when people ask about
Or
that,
I just never put it up. I've
yeah,
seen it before. Yeah.
and we had somebody earlier fussing about she thought she was the only one. Well, now if we have this and I post this, you'll be able to realize you're not the only one. That there are different services, and it even shows you like this one's Facebook, this one's YouTube. I don't see Twitch here right now, but we had Twitch earlier. So again, and also I don't know if it shows it here. I don't think it does. Like right here, this one is a paired one. So this is actually on Angie's Facebook. Where let me find another one if there's one. There's one right now. Otherwise, they're on mine, and so we can tell from our side who is on Angie's or mine. From your side, you just see Facebook.
Yeah, yeah, you just see
So and
everything.
that's not important for you guys. But the point is that this helps you realize that that there are many people out there, just not on your platform. But so I'm thinking about Angie. I think we should marry this idea. Oh, congratulations, Bonnie! Bonnie's
Oh
Gemini Book
wow.
100 on
Good
YouTube.
job.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's great. I know it was climbing the other day, so it's good to see it. Maybe it'll continue to climb. That would be great. So
So
again,
are you gonna do the Pluto readings, Don? Pluto and Aquarius reading?
I'm going to do an Age of Aquarius reading. Absolutely, I'm going to do that.
Oh,
Yep, I got
beautiful.
to sit down and do that and make sure I'm in the right frame of mind, and also
Now I read that little blurb. Soon as we get off of here, I'm going to get into bed with my cup of ice and just be like, wait a minute, what is Pluto about to do for me, baby?
exactly open up and embrace it. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So let's see. I like seeing the comments. Thank you. I think Kathleen again. I
Okay.
think it's a good idea. So, and I also like the big screen, little screen. I love that because it focuses on the person who is doing the reading, and therefore, if I'm distracted, I don't. My looking away doesn't
I
distract
definitely like this with the chat on the side and us two
me.
right here. I like this too.
Absolutely. So thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Miss Julie, I didn't even listen. I bought Miss Julie a gift last Christmas. It's about to be this Christmas. I'm just about to add this year too, and then just give them both to her. They've been sitting in my closet for the longest, and I've seen Miss Julie about 10 times, and still every time I leave, I forget that gift.
Yep. I have a little hand. I even gave them something else recently but I have a little hand that I bought them a while ago, and it holds for business cards. And I have seen them,
Oh,
and I'm
that's
feeling
so
the same guilt. I
cute.
haven't been able to give them because I forget to take them. So I do too, Kay. I hope that December is definitely better than November has been, and January even better. I'm just hoping for wonderful things. There you
Bless.
go. So with that said, though, we're out of here again. Thank you so much, everybody, for popping in. We'll be back next week at around the same ish time. Actually, we were pretty good on this time. We were pretty damn close.
Listen, Don sent me the link at like 4 o'clock. I was like, "Oh, Don mean business. Let me pull myself together because we got to get on here and be."
Yeah. Yep. And then tomorrow morning I will be back on with Miss Shauna. So that's going to be about 7:30, 8-ish, probably 8-ish AM, 8-ish AM, and that is Mountain Standard Time. So figure out from there.
Don, so I've been trying to prepare for your ghost, right? Because you have the
Uh-huh.
ghost over there, and I'm coming. And I've been saying, well, they're saying like they're telling me there's multiple, and one of them again is for me. And I said, well, why do you keep sending my ghost through Don? Like, why do you keep sending them over there or whatever? So there is one that I'm going to take with me, but there is multiple there that are for you. I mean, ghosts that are there. Again, good ghosts, but there's multiple ghosts that are there. So I'm excited. I'm so ready to come and talk to your ghost. I got to get my Tangina shirt, like just
Absolutely.
this house is clean.
This house is clean.
I'm about to get on the internet and look for it now and just be ready for it, Don. I'm ready to do it.
Make sure you have a little piece of hair hanging down here.
Exactly. I'll be ready for it, Don. Just whoop, whoop.
Angie's
I'm
our
so
ghost
excited.
whisperer. For those of you who don't know what
Listen,
we're talking about, we have a ghost that has decided to come and visit with us and make themselves known. We've have other ghosts, and one of the ghosts who went home with Angie and still home with her, he has told her that we are House of Spirits. And sure enough, we have another one who has decided to get very playful. They turn lights on and off. They turn our TVs on and off. They turn our stereos on and off. And the other day we're sitting there our dog was playing with a ball and she pushed the ball. She likes to, sometimes if we don't play the ball with her, she'll push the ball herself. And then, or she'll pick it up and she'll toss it with her mouth and then she'll chase it. So she was laying down and she pushed the ball and it left the room. And we're sitting there watching TV. And the next thing we know, the ball comes rolling back to the room toward her. It's like, okay, they're making it clear we're not crazy, you know, because when the first experience, oh, Ed threw the ball. There it is. Okay, Ed threw the ball, and then the ball came back. Yep. So that's my husband right there. So yeah. Anyway, so that's just confirmation. But I mean, the first time I saw it, as I was hearing something, and then I went to go to bed, and the light switch came on as I stepped on the first step without, and I never turned the light on, and the light came on. I was like, okay. And it returned on its own. There you go. Right. Yep. The ball returned on its own. And then the next time I was about 2:30 in the morning and I wake up and I'm like, I hear something. I'm like, what is this noise? And I thought maybe one of the boys had come home and was maybe got mad with a girlfriend and came home to have a night away from the girlfriend. I don't know. And I walked in and there's nobody there. And so, but the TV was on, and we have a cable remote and we have a TV remote, two different remotes I have to turn on. They were both on, and the lamp in the room, which I never turn on, I always turn the overhead, the lamp was on. And I'm like,
I do know one of them is a female, is an older female lady, or she has a very mature female energy, like an elder lady. So they're elder as in ancestor energy. So one of them is a female. I do know that. I'm
Yeah,
so
and
excited.
somebody last night wondered if there was a little girl, a little poltergeist girl who was playing too. And so I'm curious to see if you pick up any energy in that regard too. Because who was it? Was it Trish? I think Trish was kind of picking up a little girl. She was picking up a little girl. And it's interesting because when she talked about being a girl, the thing started flickering on my screen. And it was like, boom, 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 telling it's like, okay, it is a girl. And then she said, was it be under 5? And it's like, the flashing went away. It stopped. And it's like over 5, the flashing started again. So
I'm
yes,
excited.
it's gonna be
Oh,
fun.
I'm so ready.
Yeah, and a lot of the class wants to come too. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna feed them, everybody. Don't worry, I'm gonna feed them because they come over to do the work. I'm
And
gonna
if for
feed them.
nothing else, I'm coming to eat.
Exactly. And tell Kina it won't be the cream chicken one. It's gonna be something
She
different.
don't care. She just go eat.
So with that said, folks, we're out of here again. And yes, Angie, I can't wait. We're gonna have to do that sometime in January. Definitely, I mean, in December. After Thanksgiving, we're gonna put that in stone. We're gonna put it out there. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And also, one more thing coming out, by the way, for anybody who's out there who's still watching that's in the metaphysical business, I'm going to put together a one-time 2 hours kind of symposium, I guess you would call it. It's a free flow conversation. And what I want to do is to help us prepare for the year coming. I want to get together as many people around the country as possible, bring them together on a YouTube kind of a Zoom kind of meeting. And all of us talk about what we see is happening in our business, what we see that we can maybe do to maybe enhance our business, maybe try this, try that, share different things, and just have an open dialogue for about 2 hours from anybody all over the country, all over the world who's in the metaphysical business, and maybe say, hey, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what can we do, what can we not do, and just have this open dialogue and start supporting each other. Because you know what? I think that again, we sometimes are very protective of ourselves, which we shouldn't, because again, there's so much to go around, and this might be an opportunity where you don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to watch for that. I'm going to send the notice, and the people everybody's invited who is a metaphysical entrepreneur. But when I send it out there, I'm hoping that when people send it back, what I want to do is I want to vet you. I want to make sure that you are somebody in the business. We don't need somebody, and I don't mean to insult anybody who's not in the business, but somebody who comes in and says, hey, I want a reading. It's not about readings on that 2 hours. For those 2 hours, it's not about readings. It's not about you getting an answer. None of that. It's about metaphysical people having a conversation with each other saying, hey, look, this is what I've tried. This doesn't work. This worked. What else do you think? And those kind of things, and where we're headed. Okay. So that's kind of what we're doing. So watch out for that. It's coming. And if you want to be part of that 2 hour, 2.5, 3 hour, whatever it is thing. And again, I'm going to set it aside. You'll get a link to it and that kind of stuff. It should be a great conversation. And I think we all could use a little help in our metaphysical business to give us a little boost into the new coming year. Because if you don't plan ahead, then you're kind of wandering in the dark, right? So,
I have one thing I have to say to Jack Mack, and not because he's pestering me, but because the spirits are telling me. Jack Mack, I think you have 4 inventions, and your third out of your fourth one is going to be the success. And they keep saying the word Penske. What does Penske have to do with your inventions? Like, I feel like you have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them lined up, and the third one out of the 4 is going to be the next successful or the next big one, and it has to do with Penske. They're telling me Penske. Penske is very big for you. So that's
is
all
it
I have
something
for
with
you.
the car then? Maybe.
Huh?
I wonder if it's something with the car then, because isn't
I don't
Penske
know.
a
They
car?
keep saying Penske. Yep. They keep showing me that Penske, and it's the third, and they keep saying 3 out of 4. So if you have 4 inventions, their third one is going to be the next successful one. That's what
Nice.
I'm getting for him.
Nice. I'd take that any day. Woohoo!
Exactly. I love that. And they're saying sooner rather than later. I know you're like, oh, it takes forever. They're saying no, sooner rather than later is going to happen. So if Penske doesn't mean anything to you, it's going to mean something to you. And it's a small thing, whatever it is that you're inventing. It's not a big huge thing. It seems to be a small part that's shiny or something that they're showing it to me. So if you
And
have it,
Jack and
hmm,
Jack Mack with you and anybody else we've done readings for, because you hear it in a reading doesn't mean now you sit back and just let and things happen to you. You need to keep the pressure on. You need to keep working and moving forward. And in so doing, that's when the secret sauce happens. That's when that idea comes, that kind of thing. So again, don't take what we say and say, okay, if I'm gonna create something, then I'll just sit back here and wait it to happen. No, 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 no. Angie's saying you got it in you. Go out and make it happen, and don't be surprised if again the success comes along the way because you did it. So, and I know I'm not saying you would. I'm just giving the warning to everybody. It's because sometimes it's amazing. You say, you give somebody and say, "Hey, I see this is what's going to happen to you in the future," and they're like, "Okay, so I'm okay. I just said wait for it to happen." No, you don't. You keep working and doing the same thing you are doing, and because you are doing the things you're doing is what gets you there. It's just we're giving you the insight to let you know that the payoff is down the road if you continue to do the job. But if you slack off and say, "Oh, it's going to come to me anyway," no, bump, you lose, and then you blame us.
and they're also showing me, Jack Mack, that you've already started to pencil it in. Like they're showing me the drawings of or the sketches of it. So you've already been worked on. Like your mind goes a mile a minute. Like you really, really, really work hard, or like have a lot of things that you want to invent, and you're trying to be like, okay, let me get one going really, really good, and then I can work on all the other ones. But you've already started to sketch whatever this item is that is coming through. You do have a lot of ideas. They are definitely showing me that you have a lot of ideas. And this will be that jumper, and then you'll bring the rest of them along. But it seems to be a little silver thing. It has to do with Penske, and you've already started drawing it, so you already know what it is. And if you go back through your drawings, you'll see. And sooner rather than later, because they're showing me January as the like catalyst move. Okay, so I hope
Fantastic.
that helps you out.
Well, thanks, Angie. That's a good way, good encouraging way to
A
end
nice
a night.
ending. Yes, I love it. I
Yes,
love it. I
indeed.
love it.
And Jack, Angie is expecting a little hello,
Look, when you become
hello.
this big person, look, just put my name on the side of the truck or something like A5 says so,
Exactly.
A5 says so,
Yep.
something. Just let them know that I knew you before you became, the big, big, big time.
Exactly. If there's a patent pending, make sure her name's on the patent too. Hello, hello, hello.
Exactly. You can even name it after me. I'm okay with that. Just so people know that I'm the person who told you it was coming.
Absolutely. We're not too proud to take a tip from when we can get one.
Listen, ain't too proud to be.
Exactly. Well, again, thanks everybody for popping in. We do appreciate it very, very much. And we will see you. Angie, you coming back on this on Sunday? What's happening with you on
I
Sunday?
will be. And you know what, Don? I'm about to start playing my Christmas list. I already feel like it's Christmas anyway. Everybody keeps saying, I keep hearing people sing Silent Night by the Temptations. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let that roll, and then break Mariah out the freezer, and just go ahead and play her too. So it's time
Oh,
for
and
Christmas.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I worked on this. I'm going to play it. Here we go. almost forgot I
I
had that.
love it. Oh my gosh. And Jack Mac, I keep hearing smaller is better. If you're thinking about two different sides, oh my gosh, smaller is better. So whatever it is, if you have between two designs, the smaller is a better, more economical version of whatever that thing is that you're creating.
That's about the
Oh,
only time
Stevie
smaller is
Wonder.
better.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just
Size matters.
I meant
Size
gloves. I'm
matters in
talking
both.
gloves and socks. That's all. Don't get your no. You all everybody out there getting your mind. No, I'm talking socks and gloves. Nothing more. Nothing more.
Socks and gloves. I like it.
Yeah. With that, I'm out of here. Bye.
Bye.